It's better than dancing, I think.
And we're live with Josh is clapping. So welcome. Another smooth intro into another episode of Dungeons and Dragons. This time, the final episode of our Ravenloft campaign. But don't fear, if you've joined in or watching on YouTube and you're like, oh no, they've stopped doing our Sunday campaigns. We haven't. We were just using this Ravenloft game as like an interlude whilst we ramp up to a brand new campaign that will be Crit the Bread Fresh, which is going to be the Star Wars.
The bread.
Crit the bread.
Crit the bread. Yeah, it's fresh.
Crit
Crisp,
bread fresh.
crisp, like you just open up a freshly baked piece of bread. Definitely wasn't a mistake on my part to say that. So it's going to be episode 1. Will be going out in 4 weeks today. But that's the future. This is now, and this is Ravenloft, the spookiest of all Dungeons and Dragons module RPGs. So welcome. As you might have noticed as well, we are down one character. Unfortunately, Annie could not make it tonight because of she's not feeling too well. So best wishes to Annie. Hope she feels better ASAP. And hopefully we'll see her on Tuesday for the regular campaign. There we go. I mean, what do you guys remember about 4 weeks ago for the Ravenloft campaign that we have done? We haven't done too much of it, so I will forgive you more than I will forgive you for the weekly episodes that we do.
I think
around the graveyard whilst...
Let's all talk over each other.
You go.
I remember walking around the graveyard whilst you lot were playing with meat dresses or something.
Okay, that definitely was part of it.
Wasn't that like 2 months ago, though? Didn't we leave the place and go on a road trip?
Well, I'll forgive you for thinking it might have been 2 months ago because there was a lot of graveyard talk the last 2 episodes that were done for Ravenloft, so they may blend into one. But don't fear, tonight's episode is going to be purely graveyard based.
We know how much you love.
That's not true. This one particular graveyard. No, actually, that had nothing really interesting apart from that small piece of jewellery that Paolo Stercor found in a grave. But certainly, Paolo.
I completely remember.
Yeah, of course you do.
I know, I do, because I remember grinding the stone. No,
grinding on the stone.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Yeah, you made like a wax
thing,
etching of it. Yeah, like a copy of it, like you do when you're at.
Just can't remember
school.
what it was.
Yeah, well, that probably will come into come into play at some point during the campaign, but
probably
don't have to worry
not
about
important. It's fine.
that. Also, a little bit of behind the scenes for this because it is the last episode that we will be streaming on the channel, at least for the time being. I opened up like what would our characters like to do for this episode to kind of round things off. So only like loose threads. They still own a property, and there's this haunted house back in the town of Barovia, that they could have gone back to, called the Death House. They could have gone to visit Blinsky once again to spend some time there. Maybe
it's not fun.
It's not Blinsky. You could have gone and tried to like catch up with Irina, or maybe try to track down Van Richten again. Done something with the winery, any of that kind of stuff. But they chose a very bold decision, which is to go and challenge Strahd. So that's what we'll be doing this evening.
Because we're the good guys.
But they've got the dress, they've got the fabricated lady, if you will, that they can use to barter entry into Castle Ravenloft. So they are somewhat equipped. They've got the Sun Sword, which may finally come into effect at some point. They have some insider knowledge because they have Strahd von Zarovich's diary as well, so they know a little bit more about his backstory based on that. Yeah, so there we go.
And I've got a gravestone rubbing that I can show him.
Look what I did.
Look what I did.
I'm 8 and on a school trip to a church.
That's exactly it.
I'm also in my most monochromatic outfit today in honour of the final episode of Ravenloft and drinking a suitably gothic red wine. So I think we're all ready to go, right? Everybody ready to go? Okay. and go.
I kill Strahd.
Okay, done. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you next Sunday.
That is it.
No, so we are. I guess we can go to the map now.
I think if I remember, we finished the last episode in a cart on the way to see Blinsky, right?
Yes. But I guess for the purposes of expediting the episode here, you've probably had a change of mind on the cart ride, and well, not asked them because you're driving it, but veered back towards Castle Ravenloft.
Sounds like us.
Probably.
What was Blinsky doing, just for our knowledge, since we're leaving this legendary toymaker behind?
I guess you probably would have to go through Vallaki, which is where Blinsky is, on your way, because I mean it's going to take several days to get there. Bye, Josh. See you, Josh. To see, to get to Castle Ravenloft in the. So you can stop off there and Blinsky.
Do we have a cart full of wine still, or did we?
Oh yeah, you still got a car full of wine.
We could just rock up drunk to Strahd and just hurl abuse at him and see what he does.
It worked the last time we showed up to hurl abuse at somebody.
I think he'd appreciate it. I bet he doesn't get many visitors, so.
Well, we could trick him because we have a fake bride.
Yeah.
We also have an egg.
Yeah, they were actually pretty interested in the egg as well. He might be just as interested in the bride as the egg.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah. Got something old, something new, something borrowed, something egg.
Something
that old
egg.
phrase. You did actually peer into Blinsky's. I believe that was the last thing that happened last episode. Was you peered into Blinsky toy shop and saw those the brand new toys that he had on for offer. So you had a little Strahd von Zarevich like finger puppet and so on.
Take a little puppet. Strahd.
He has. You can do if you want to. If you want to go in.
Yeah.
Pick up a puppet.
Pick up a bucket.
Pick up a puppet.
Bucket.
Peter Puppet.
Is there
Pick up puppets.
is there a Strahd puppet?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
I'd like
Pickled
to grab
Paolo
a Strahd.
picked a pickled puppet and
Placed it upon his person.
Did Blinsky make the gnomes that were pop up in I can't remember the name of them.
Blackmire?
Oh yeah, we've only done like 250 episodes, so why would you know? It's the Mistfield.
The Mistfield gnomes.
Yeah, I don't know. You've only stared through the shop window, so you don't know. Would you like to go inside and visit Blinsky?
I mean, I know we're supposed to find Strahd, but I'm immediately distracted by this toy shop full of potential gnomes.
Do you want?
Oh, this is not going to end well today.
But it will end.
Strahd.
So.
Yeah, one way or another. In 2 hours, it will end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk in, and there's a little bell above the door. So the door makes a little tinkle tinkle sound as you walk in. The shop immediately you inhale the smell of freshly cut wood, like wood shavings, like sawdust kind of smell as well. And you can hear the sound of fabrication coming from the back workshop of Blinsky's toys. And the sounding of scraping stops as you enter the shop, and something thuds down in the back, and then the large man that is Blinsky, Gadolf Blinsky, emerges through the door. He almost fills the door itself. He's such a large man, and he's wearing a new outfit. The outfit looks very much like a court jester's outfit, but it's green and blue, and he's wearing the kind of Harley Quinn-esque head raiment that comes down with the little bells on the end of the horns that come down, drapes over his shoulder, and a wide smile comes over his big face. He's got like a light mousy brown kind of goatee situation going on. You don't know about his hair because it's covered by a hat. And as he stands in the doorway, a small little monkey lands on his shoulder and wraps a tail around his neck. And the little monkey has got a little painted on rosy red cheeks.
Gotta be animal abuse. That's
Yep. You don't know if it's makeup or he's just been punching the monkey.
Punching the monkey.
It sounds like a euphemism,
Oh.
it shouldn't be.
it's not fun.
It's not
Oh no.
but on close examination, it's definitely makeup.
Okay.
Good. That puts that to rest.
Yes. 'Cause I know what you're like.
Sorry.
I can't give you an inch. I'll take a mile.
Touch yourself.
I just want to thank Spoopy Milk Penguin who played Touch Yourself for 25 bits in the chat. Thank you very much.
It's always relevant.
Touch yourself, but don't punch the monkey. And he stands there and he goes, welcome, my friends. It's been an age since I last saw you.
I'm so happy that you recognise this.
Yeah, I'd
It's
be
been
so
too
sad.
long.
Come in from the cold.
Do we have the woman, the living embodiment of the toys that he's been making with us?
Yeah, she's just laying like motionless under the tarpaulin in the cart. She like hasn't moved since you left. Kresk.
Are you trying to reanimate her?
No, she's alive.
Oh.
She's animate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to get Blinsky to maybe give her the Midas touch or whatever.
I don't know why I was thinking just maybe that. Even if
punch.
we just get her a toy version of her, maybe that'll make her a bit happier.
Yeah.
You're
If
not
you remember
monkey
that
puncher, Josh.
Blinsky, can you show us this magic monkey punch that you do?
I don't know what you mean. The little monkey on his shoulder starts chittering.
He seems to know what you're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Anyway, I've got some hot cocoa on the stove if anybody's a bit parched and is in need of warmth.
And do we also have any other things that we could take because we're about to go on a journey?
I mean, this is a toy shop. I don't know really how effective my wares will be if you're going on a long journey.
I think.
Plus, also, I am a struggling businessman, and we haven't really got that kind of a relationship.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but
Best friend.
Best friends.
if I give away all of my wares to all of my friends, I have no shop.
If you give us your wares and we come back alive, we will have more wares for you, replacing your wares.
I don't know if that's how that works.
We've literally been singing your praises / actual theme tune across the land. Like, you have no idea how many worlds know about your toys now. If we had a sample, that would help.
That is true, and that is something that you promised him you would do. So why don't you roll a persuasion check for me, please? Car.
Card.
Go on, Car. Go on.
We're maybe the strongest marketing people I've ever met.
Certainly
say
in
the
like
word of
this
mouth
kind
is,
of world.
Yeah. Some say the word of mouth is the strongest, right?
Yeah.
18.
Wow. And he says, I thought it was just empty promise you make, Blinsky. But I see
Never
that...
thought.
But now I come to think of it, a few people have been frequenting my shop from further afield. So yes, please. Why don't you each choose something from my shelf of wonders, of childish delights, and may it help you on your journey to wherever you may be going.
Can we do a check to see if there's anything that we think is particularly... Oh, I've got my cat jumping up. That could particularly be of potential help, and not just a puppet.
Is there anything garlicky?
Yeah, or wooden stake-like.
Or
Is there
some-
like a puppet with a wooden arm that's like a cat that you can...
I must admit that I don't have anything that's infused with garlic per se, but some of my slightly more figurine toys are of a certain got a certain steaky quality to them, I suppose. For instance, this one, and he goes over and picks up a sort of a rough jointed like boy in a feather cap and like a and he's got one of those what are they called, lederhosen. Again, rosy red cheeks, like a painted face, and he's on wires as well. So he's a marionette that you can use, and you can make him dance.
We know them.
Have you
Don't like
got
them.
a wooden figure that is just in the shape of a cross and doesn't move?
No, I don't
That we-
really sell. Not too many children are interested in just two bits of wood nailed together, to be honest. I mean, I do have just bits of offcuts I could give you. I could put a nail in one of them and make a cross if that's what you want.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that one.
On a
Very-
stick with a nail in it.
Yeah,
For you, Paolo.
he's the best toy maker in the world. I believe that it's going to be a special toy.
Okay. I do have a slight confession. I was running a bit low on ideas and wanted to expand my more sort of mature children's toys because my market share is too narrow. I was aiming at the younger, but I wanted some kind of collectibles for the older kids. A set of things that they could purchase and make and maybe trade with their other friends and things like this. So I may have stolen your likeness, and a little bit, but don't worry, it's purely done in because I support and praise you and value your friendship so much, and you have got such distinct characteristics that I wanted to immortalize you in these. And he turns around, brings out a wooden box, and opens it up, and it's lined with straw, and there are 5 carved stone effigies of yourselves in like gnome form.
This is excellent cinematic universe, Lincoln.
Yeah.
CTBU.
I feel like we should try to, if you're going to get a cross, like assuming that Jesus exists in Barovia, we should definitely get a weapon for your leg, like like a replacement leg cross.
Well,
That's sacrilegious? I don't know.
Okay, hang on. Well, I'm thinking like a cross between. Because wasn't there?
Isn't there like a Planet Terror?
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say Planet Terror had
thing.
Planet Terror actually had the like that gun.
Yeah,
the
machine gun leg.
Yeah, M16.
And then
for the leg.
I'm also thinking like the shotgun cross in Dust Till Dawn as well.
Oh yeah.
So instead, you just
maybe-
end up with a cross for a leg.
Yeah. Which comes with tripping yourself up because you have a cross for a leg.
Well, take an influence of that. He's got a workshop, right? And Khalil, you're able to do crafts, right?
Yeah,
Because you made my.
You're an artificer.
Supposedly.
Can you like theoretically, Tim? How long would it take him to craft like a projectile leg that hides inside it like a stake shooting leg?
Well, I ask you this: does time really
Ask
matter?
me
Are you on a clock?
2 hours, yeah.
I mean, like in world though. Like, would it matter
In
too much
world,
if you had to spend
no.
like 2 weeks here
No,
in Vallaki?
no, we can prep.
Then I'm sure that it just comes down to how good Botticelli is at constructing such a thing.
We will not
Really?
know until we try, will we, Botticelli?
I'd trust me.
Yeah. Why don't you, Paolo, tell
Yes.
you Botticelli exactly what you want?
Botticelli, I've got an idea. We'll come back to you in a minute, Blinsky. Got an idea. He's got a workshop. You made this leg that seems to be doing all right for me, but if we're going to go and find this vampire guy, we might need some projectile stakes. And what I'm thinking is like a spring-loaded, hidden stake. Sorry, hidden stake thing. I'm just wondering whether you can like make a crossbow leg thing.
So
Did you get me?
by crossbow, you mean a bow that shoots crosses?
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant. I didn't mean that, but yeah, that's even better. Can you do that?
Yes.
Should we, yeah.
Everybody could have some vampire weapons if we've got 2 weeks. We've got wine. We've got nothing to do for 2 weeks. We've got this lovely
Blinsky.
workshop. Yeah.
2 weeks of Blinsky. You can do puppet shows for entertainment.
We can make some little.
Yeah, you've got wine, which is more valuable than gold to trade for services and board.
Let's build a little gnome army, and like deck ourselves an army, and deck ourselves out in some crosses and bows, and crossbows.
I'm for it, Boss J. For it.
And now it's our cool montage scene with 2 weeks to go fight the big bad guy.
Running up the steps, Batman.
Yeah.
So you've got like drip sweating Botticelli's arms, like hammering stuff.
One of you's
You got me planing my leg.
Sharpening leg.
And then you got Blinsky just there, just puppets. Punching his monkey every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't have to see that.
Or you just see him punching, like just doing a hand motion. Then the next cutscene is like the monkey there going.
Yeah.
We know the marionettes were bad because they fucked us up. Like, do we know who gave them life? Are we able to spend 2 weeks building a little mini puppet army?
We did find the guy who gave them life. Or
we killed him, right?
Yeah, I think we killed him.
Yeah.
He was also in another plane of existence.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, because wasn't the reason that they were alive? It was just the souls of other people.
Correct. Yeah.
But the amount of people that we've killed, I'm sure we've collected a couple souls.
We have a lot of souls.
I was gonna say we need to meet up with Parter and get
Your soul jar.
Any sort, yeah.
I also remember that Fitavio said that he would come to our aid when we need him. So I would like to be spending 2 weeks getting word to him that
Crafting a conch shell that you can just blow for Octavio.
Should we ask?
Arrives on his panther.
That was pretty good.
Pretty awesome. What about the Velaki? Should we ask them?
What?
They seem like they were more on the fence, but that woman did give us the sun sword.
Oh yeah. The Velaki.
Also, the Wizard of the Wine Were-Ravens.
Yeah, let's take a whole army. This is great. We've actually figured out a pretty good plan here.
And all we need
like
is 2 weeks.
Endgame.
I'm glad we stopped at Blinsky's. Good call, Kyle.
I just got distracted by toys. I deserve no credit.
Montage.
So montage. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, we spend 2 weeks drinking, puppet shows, and carving.
Or you just spend 2 weeks drinking and pretending you're doing a montage, but actually you've done nothing in 2 weeks. Uh-oh.
No, we should call in the outstanding. I don't know if I'd call them debts, but whatever favors we have left, and
favors,
like
relationships, that kind of
see if we can make some weapons for ourselves. Basically, just like carve some wood, and then B, if there's any way to give life to puppets. Can we study that for a week?
So, okay, sure.
I threw a lot at you.
I think Botticelli, you've got the whole like making a cross bow leg.
Yes.
So that's you for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Alice, I think Carl would have most success going back to the Wizard of the Wines and try and get the Were-Ravens on your side because you've got a relationship there. Ellie, as Rivale, you probably have a better connection with Fitavio, so like searching him out and try and get him on your side. So Josh, that leaves you with just trying to get souls into dolls, really.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any of you have got more experience than any of the other about getting souls into dolls. So why not Paolo?
Well, I kind of feel like Paolo will call on his old like pirate legacies and like what he's heard over the years as a pirate of incantations.
I mean, pirates and sailors tend to be quite superstitious.
Yeah.
So you probably have a wealth of knowledge about how to trap souls, things like that.
You gotta get these random souls into these dolls' holes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I just mutter some like random words.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, at least sharpen their hands. So even if we don't get souls into them, we can just throw them at them, right?
Yeah, throw a bunch of like sharpened dolls.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think of this amazing plan?
Instead of using actual like crafted weapons that have been developed over thousands of years, just sharpen some doll's hands and throw them at a vampire.
Yeah.
I'm into this plan. I feel like
I can tell.
Even if it ends up just being that these sharpened doll's hands and weapons that we've crafted just end up just being mildly discomfort, like uncomfortable for him, then
and probably disconcerting as well.
Yeah.
Is that, are you throwing children at me?
What of it? And what of it?
Spinning them around.
I think you're the bad guy. Okay, so we'll go in order of like these ideas being developed. So, Khalil, why don't you give me? You need to do a tinkering check. So you've got your tinkerer's tools.
Tinkering. Yes, I do.
And so you can choose whether or not you use your intelligence or dexterity modifier in this, I think. So like
I will
it's going to
use
be
my intelligence.
Okay.
Please.
So what's your intelligence modifier?
Intelligence modifier is +3.
Okay, and your proficiency modifier, I believe, is +2. Top of the sheet in the middle.
Yep. That one's +3. Sorry, and
+3.
my intelligence, otherwise, is +3. They're both +3.
Okay, so +6.
Yeah.
Right. So give me and you are an artificer. This is kind of your wheelhouse. So roll with advantage. So that's a 23
and a 25.
There you go. Yeah. So you make an immaculate crossbow leg for Paolo. There's like
crosses from above.
Yes. Somehow it shouldn't work, but it does. So you have like an augmented, like fine oak crossbow that is enough to take the weight of a gnome. It doesn't need to be too sturdy, but it is a crossbow. And you've molded it like it's exactly the right length. It's got a mechanism on it that there's a lever where you can just reach down to where his knee is, or where his knee would have been, and crank it so it can load. So you pull up like the lever to his waist, and it automatically loads a whole bunch of. You've even got like a reloading belt, like a bandolier of crosses that he can wear and just load in. The crosses themselves, you shape them all so they look more like aeroplanes than they do crosses. Not that you know what an aeroplane is, but just because you roll a 25, you like stumble onto aerodynamics, and you have all of these like aerodynamic crosses that you can put into this crossbow that you can fire off. So they stabilize as they're being fired out the crossbow, and they don't just like spiral off onto the ground.
Step one.
Paolo's leg is greater than the goat gun in the other campaign.
Yeah.
It's the best looking leg I've ever made.
I love it.
Yeah.
Paolo loves it.
You've even gone to the market and acquired some garlic, which you've extracted the juice from the garlic, the fluid, and you've soaked each one of the crossbow planes in garlic. So it's garlic infused. It's left like wooden tipped crosses that you have. There you go.
Love it.
And you smell great, Paolo.
I could kiss you.
That's one way to spend 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I want to add that in. What should I add there?
Yeah. Once we've gone through all of this, I'll try and throw something together very quickly. Whilst you guys vamp for 5 minutes, but we'll do like what you've done.
Sweet.
Discuss so far. So who wants to go next? Who wants to like do the were raven thing with Alice, or you've got your with Josh, you've got like maybe trying to put souls into dolls, or if that fails, sharpening dolls' hands to throw at people. Or Ellie, do you want to go for your trying to contact Fitavio? Which one wants to go next?
I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm easy. I can go.
Okay. Good compliment. Yeah, go on then, Alice.
Literally going to appeal to the I knowing that we left them pretty weak, just appeal to the the fact that we if we don't do it now, then you'll just be in the same situation that you were before, and if we help, then we will set up the biggest wine network that has ever existed, because we're very driven for whatever reason to this line. We'll even set up chains of bars in other universes because that's in our power, presumably.
Yeah. It's a CTBU.
Who can stop us?
We'll send like subtle notes with these hyper-dimensional gnomes that we've just found from Toy Shop, and we'll get them up there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna wink at him like he winked at me when we were leaving.
Okay.
But obviously, like, also there's an egg that is half of our kind, half who knows. So that's we want to live to see what happens.
Your fellow traveling companion, like half who knows what he is. Half this guy over here.
I've not spoke to him enough.
Yeah. Half whatever this kind of business is going on over here.
I like that. P.S. Also egg.
Egg?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's written into my when we roll
originally.
Yeah, like it's one of my goals is to have as many eggs as possible. So eggs are on the cards.
Okay, so I think there's going to be two rolls I need to do. First one's going to be like an insight check, I think, with advantage, because you have liberated the winery and given the winery back to his family, the Martikov family. So you're speaking to Davion, the head of the family right now. So first doing like an insight with advantage.
Oh, +4 insight. Pretty sure Aya has like -2.
Probably.
I still only rolled 6. So.
But you have advantage, so you roll twice.
Oh. 15.
There you go. Okay, 15 is enough to convince him to supply you with some of the there's different sects of were-ravens located all around. So where the Martikov family is still kind of like trying to get the winery back up and running and recoup their losses, he gives you contact details for the cell of raven folk that are in and around Vallaki and Barovia that you can call upon on your march onto Castle Ravenloft. So you've got them on your side.
Nice.
I want you also to do a separate persuasion check for me, please.
Mm-hmm. Also with advantage or no? No, I don't.
No advantage with this one there. Just a separate persuasion check.
20, but not natural.
Okay, great. So you wink at him, and without going into detail, how far do you want the wink to go? He's
the wink is enough.
Yeah.
The eggs are implied as an after.
Basically what I'm saying is he doesn't have a current living wife, and he is a were-raven. So Davion invites you into the winery. By the time you go back there, they've repaired a lot of it. He gets his eldest son Adrian to supply you guys with food.
That was going.
No. But effectively, they leave you alone for the evening, and you talk upon the blights of the land. But then the talk comes to family and the importance of maintaining that kind of thing.
Important specs.
Yeah, and so then as you're sitting by the fireside, he reaches over to take a goblet of wine in his hand and accidentally brushes your feathered arm, and you catch each other's eyes, and you've got a 20. So it's up to you. Your
eyes fall out.
And your eyes fall out. No, and you catch each other's eyes. It's very romantic. No.
Yeah, I'm happy. I think Car's going along with the romance for the sake of the
species.
Yeah, for the sake of the species.
Okay. So are you?
But also, I want to ask him for more wine, because in addition to the wedding, we could bring caskets and be to help us get in. Mm-hmm. So I want to also ask if we can. If I can bring more wine back with me.
Yeah, he hasn't got a huge amount of supply left. There is he gave you what he had. The rest he sent to Kresk. They have had a little bit of time to start making the first batch, but it's like not ready. If you were to cask this up, it would taste terrible. But you can make like fake wine casks for you if you want. You can like put like just basically what is like grape juice really, because there's not been enough time to ferment it or anything, and turn it into alcohol. So you can just give you casks of grape juice, and he'll show you around like the manufacturing process of this, and you find yourselves like in a down between each of the mash tuns, like exploring like his family history, and it's just lit by firelight, by torchlight.
I find it very difficult in character when he's talking about his family history. Like, it's really, really hard for me to feign interest for as long as this isn't happening. But I maintain a vague interest in what he's saying.
Again, you don't need to go into any kind of detail, but that's on the table.
Yeah, I mean, I want more eggs always.
Okay.
So,
so I need you to roll a Constitution check for me, please.
oh. I'm not sure how I feel about it being a Constitution check.
It's just basically, it's kind of like a D&D way of like really narrowing down the monthly cycle, if you will.
Oh god.
So I've just looked at the chat and seen that
Five.
Spooky's put look away badges. Look away, Lynn. Look away.
Five.
Turn your ears off.
On this day, though you share an evening with Davian Martikov in his winery by the firelight, you are without egg currently.
He misses
Constitution is too low for egg.
Constitution too low for it. Wasn't the right time for you currently.
I mean, we've got a lot on as well.
Yeah, you'd also drink a lot of wine, so maybe that had something to do with it.
See, Craig is a full-time job.
Yeah, it's one egg at a time.
Yes.
I also, can I just say, this is unrelated, but on our walks we found a massive pile of floating trash in the quays near us, and there was a bird just sat on a nest that had built from trash.
Yeah.
And we came back a few days later, and there was an egg next to a pepperami wrapper, just like abandoned in this pile of trash. And we keep going back to see if it becomes something.
Yeah.
Got a little smiley face on the egg.
Yeah, a little bow tie.
Like out to sea, like if it floats
Oh yeah, no.
then we can.
It's a sea egg.
It's a sea
Sea
egg.
egg.
It's a sea egg. The shame baby of the sea Craig.
Yeah, the trash baby sea egg. Cousin to Shame baby sea Craig.
See, Craig.
Mm-hmm. It's on your picture.
Yeah. So your mum says one egg at a time, for fuck's sake. So, moving on, you've secured some. You can activate certain cells, if you will, in both Vallaki and Barovia. On your march to Castle Ravenloft, you've made the foot.
And bring some fake caskets, because I think that's actually a good idea. Because we
Yeah.
can let them taste the real wine and then just say that's
Yeah.
full of blood more.
Yeah, you returned with half a dozen. So I'm assuming you went with the cart and you returned with the cart, and you've got half a dozen barrels of like very sour grape juice.
Excellent.
So it'll upon like a cursory inspection, it'll pass as wine. If anyone was to taste it, or if someone was a wine connoisseur and smelt it, perhaps it wouldn't. But that's what you're dealing with now. Okay. So Ellie and Josh, your respective characters, which one do you want to go first?
Ellie, take
I
the
feel
lead.
like yours will be more chaotic, so I'll signal Victavio.
Yeah, you're gonna shine the light of Victavio into the sky like a Victavio light.
Just
Like a
all the
Victavio
while,
signal.
all the while being sad that he's now old Tavio.
Yeah, unless that is a double bluff.
I hope it is, because if it is, we're getting married.
Somebody might still have an egg tonight, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, double yoki.
I am just going to find his stats. Oh wow, his passive perception is insanely good. Okay, So you can try and contact him. I want you to do, what would be a good contact skill for you to roll? I think it's going to be like intelligence based, I think. So, yeah, roll a d20 plus your intelligence modifier with advantage because you're familiar with Rictavio, and see if you can summon him, if you can garner his ire, if you will. A 24.
24.
Yeah. It's not about a day and a half passes, and the familiar looking visage of his original look of Fictavio, which is bare chest, slightly hairy, kind of got that hairline down to the navel, and then into just a pair of black leather trousers, black leather trench coat, wide brimmed hat, long sort of like wet or constantly damp for some reason black hair, constant 5 o'clock shadow, enters the village with a pet tiger at his beck and call, and he arrives at the place that you're staying in Vallaki. You've traded wine for like a very very good stay at one of the inns in Vallaki, and he meets you by torchlight behind the inn after he slipped a note under your door.
What does the note say?
Meet me out back under the torchlight behind the inn.
He's such a man of so few words.
Yeah, but it's more right that like he's obviously studied calligraphy, so it's got those very nice swoopy like capital letters on it, and he just silently signs it R with a kiss at the end.
I think it goes without saying that when we're rallying these troops, we're doing it very carefully. We're not making it obvious.
It's all clandestine meetings.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just have a chat to him and see if he's got any more people he can help get on our side as well.
So I think probably what you know about Octavio is that he is very much like a lone operator. But what he can bring to the table is a fair amount. Like he's at a commensurate level to you guys. So he's like another one of you, effectively, plus Tiger. But also he is, he's a spellcaster for one, and has his own set of magical items on his person as well. But what he lacks in companions, he makes up for with information. So he knows that there is a way to enter Castle Ravenloft that isn't through the main drawbridge. That actually you can get to Castle Ravenloft from both the air and underneath. So he reveals this information to you. He's like, my dear Rivale, I'm glad that we've called and that you've gathered some of your forces already. Hopefully we can get the accursed Strahd von Zarovich on a back foot. I have been developing an idea over the last few years about getting in from the air, possibly ziplining in from the tree line that is below, or alternatively we can go through the catacombs. That was my first suggestion. However, my first thought, but it is rather dangerous. I don't know anybody that's made out of the catacombs alive, nor has there been any access or information come out from the castle about what exists down there. So, storming the ramparts is more difficult way of getting in, but has less potential dangers. But going through the catacombs, easier to get to. There may be some unknown barriers to our entry, but I'm with you either way.
Perfect. I mean, I feel like our aim is to just get to Strahd as quickly as we can. So, I feel like ziplining in. I'm up for that.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you can do to help us prepare, or have you got weapons that you can dish out to us, or you just here for the banter for the rest of the time?
Here for the lols, yes.
Here for the lols. Here for a good time, not a long time.
Wink, wink.
I don't know, are you coming on to like his current form of Fictavia?
No, because I am psyching myself up to get married to Strahd.
Okay. So like there's too many
I've also
boys in the
seen
mind.
his true form as well, like Scott.
Yeah.
Unless that's his not true form, you don't know.
I feel like it's a red flag either way, so
Fair enough. He tells you that he's going to wait outside of Valaki, just north of the Old Svalanche Road, and when you leave Valaki, he'll join you on the road. He just doesn't think it's wise for like so many detractors of Count Strahd to be in the same place at the same time.
good idea.
Maybe draw his spies out and make it like pretty much like show your hand too early. So he's going to go off and live in the woods for a little while.
I'll see you on the Old Valley Road.
Okay. He tips his hat to you and takes his tiger out into the woods, just south of Lake Zarevich. And finally, okay, we'll come on to Josh, aka Paolo Sturkor, gnome soul artist. How the fuck are you going to do this?
I'm definitely going to sharpen all the arms and legs.
Okay,
Definitely sharpen all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they can be like throwing stars.
Yeah, days 1 to 13, sharpen.
Yeah,
Sharpen legs. Yeah.
Procrastinate, sharpen legs. Although there's going to be like an old pirate wives' tale around garlic infused oil that I'm going to soak them in. That'll be part of the ritual.
Yeah, I mean you can share Botticelli's like garlic infused oil that he made your plain steaks out of.
Yeah, so like I'm soaking them in, but I'm kind of like chanting a bit of druidic charm in there.
But it's also like a sea shanty kind of aesthetic to it. So you've got that kind of beat. Yeah, that. But TikTok.
I stabbed that vampire and he puffs to smoke. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
That sounded like part of
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, most of the days I'm just there, just whittling, and I'm just like in a gruff little, and then whoop into the oil, and then every now and then I'm kind of trying things like holding up the dolls and like drawing little eyes if they're not got eyes, but like trying to enchant them with like
summon a soul into them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm
gonna say. Like,
sometimes I'm plucking hairs if I can off of Linsky as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Bit voodoo-ish.
Why wouldn't that
voodoo,
work?
Like I'm trying every avenue basically.
Every tool in your tool belt to try and get this to work. Okay. I'm gonna say, off the top of my head, like, you don't have phylactery. Phylacteries are things that in D&D do actually contain souls. Okay. So if you had a phylactery and that had a soul in it, then sure, there'll be like an arcana, like a process that you can do. There's also spells that you need to do it with called, I think, Magic Jar is a 9th level spell or 8th level spell that specifically like contains people's souls. You don't really have any of that. Nope. So I'm going to say you need, I'm going to say this is like a 9th level spell, plus you don't really have any of the materials. So 9th level spell would be DC 19.
Okay.
You don't have a soul DC 20. Don't have a phylactery DC 21. And and you don't have the not only that, you just don't have, you're not that field of school either. So DC 22. So can you roll me an Arcana check with a DC 22? And if you get it, you've infused, and then we'll roll how many like dolls you've infused with souls.
Okay. Do I have luck in this campaign as well? I'm just thinking.
Somebody has luck in this campaign, but I don't know if it's you or not.
Is there any other Arcana people that can help you? Ellie in this.
Anyone that's trained in Arcana can actually help.
I am
I
not.
have magical tinkering, which doesn't. It's not going to help much.
I feel like our tiefling is the best shot of us four, but I think Annie probably would have had it.
So that's a good point, actually. Let's have a look at Annie. So Annie has been, let's say Annie's been helping you, because she's a warlock as well, and she can kind of channel her essence, using her patron. So I'm going to give you advantage, DC 22.
Hey.
Sweet.
That she's going to aid you using her connection with her patron to try and summon souls from wherever they may come from the depths of the sea of sailors that have died, or from the ancient dragon that she worships as her patron.
Garlicky dragon or pirate soul sounds amazing.
Yeah. So roll for it.
Oh.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Yeah, but with advantage, because you are being aided by.
Nope.
Okay.
14.
So you spent 13 days whittling arms, and then on the 14th day, you try and to rush the incantation with the aid of Soze's Skin Kaiser. And you're kind of meddling with forces that you are not is way above your pay grade, without any equipment that you really need, as well as knowledge that you should have to be kind of meddling in this kind of stuff. As you are trying to just summon spirits and infuse them into these effigies, you think Soze's eyes, she's a Yanti, so she's got a snake, almost snake eyes.
Yeah.
They roll back into her head as she's trying to channel her patron, and she starts speaking in tongues in a language that you do not understand, and then her whole body goes rigid and starts floating off the floor in the middle of Blinsky's toy shop in the workshop area, and all of the sawdust and all of the tools and stuff start whipping around in like a whirlwind. One of them even cuts the side of your cheek, one of the chisel just kind of goes past, just takes it. You have to step back out of the tornado, and you see before your eyes, Soze starts to shrivel up, her body starts to desiccate. Her clothes and equipment drop to the floor as her body turns to dust, swirls around, and then shoots into one of the dolls.
Hey, we got
and then
one.
Everything goes silent, and all of the remaining debris and stuff just clatters to the floor.
I did that, I think. Did anybody see it?
No, this is kind of late at night. You're cramming for an exam. You've spent 13 days just whittling arms.
Have I got any clue that she did that? That she's obviously the one. I'm assuming she is the one that did that. That was absolutely nothing to do with me.
It's both your fault, and you're definitely trying to do something that you had no experience or really business doing or attempting. And instead of capturing a soul, you've accidentally bound Soze's soul into a little marionette doll.
So is she moving around right now in my hand? If I'm
well, you're out. You had to step out of the room, so she's on the bench, and it's currently twitching in a disturbing way.
What-o? Whatever happens next, it wasn't me. She hurt me and then jumped in there.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's the classic knifing someone jumping into a doll scenario.
No.
It happens often in the seas, so I've seen it before. It's not my fault if you haven't.
That's my experience.
We've got a living doll now, and I've got throwing dolls, so cool.
What,
yeah.
Did skin end up in one of the dolls that you've already whittled the limbs down on?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Okay. All right.
And tries to get up and is like a newborn deer because she's trying to skitter around on these very highly sharpened, because that's all you've been doing for 13 days, needle-like limbs.
At least I did something right.
Well done.
Yeah,
Happened.
it works, sort of. Ish.
Just need to teach your new marionette to walk.
Yeah, but I'll teach her. I'll teach her, and she'll be fine. And I'll make sure I don't throw her, but I throw the others, and she can do her magic herself.
Carry her in your shell like an egg.
I don't.
Or like a fairy.
Shell.
Draw a smiley face on her so you know she is happy.
Yes, I do that.
We can wake Polly up from your shell. Seashell.
I'm just gonna do what Botticelli said, and I just start drawing like a smiley face with a snake tongue coming out.
All right. You start drawing on her, and then she uses one of her sharpened limbs to smack the paintbrush out of your hand.
You little shit.
Try again. Smacks it out of your hand.
Um,
And she stabs you and runs away.
I throw the pen at her face.
Yeah. She stabs you and then runs into a mouse hole.
Oh.
You take 1 point of damage.
Damn it! And then what would the doll want? I tried to entice her out, but I'm like looking around. I'm like picking up sawdust.
WW. DW. What would doll want?
What would doll want? WWW. What would Wood want?
Yeah.
But,
Whoa.
I just pick up like bits of sawdust, and then it gets to the point where I'm so frustrated, and I pick up a chisel and threaten her with a chisel through the thing.
Yeah. Roll an opposed strength check for me, please.
Why does it always go this way?
Well, now you got it.
Oh, for fuck. Oh,
I mean, I can't beat that, but it was a roll as well.
21. Got a 21.
And an 8. Yeah, so you just chisel, and you hear a kind of like the way that like wood creaks when you spin it against like another piece of wood. Like if you're building IKEA furniture and you're putting those little wood plugs in, it makes that squeaking noise. That, but it comes from the mouse hole when you like attack her with a chisel.
Oh, have I killed a mouse?
No. It's definitely a wood sound. And when you bring the chisel out, there's like a wood shaving on it.
Why would you be more worried about killing a mouse than the friend's soul?
Then someone you've cursed into a doll that you're stabbing.
I don't know. I just quickly get on, checking that nobody else is around.
I'm really sorry. Just come out. Let's just get back on this. Come on.
The doll slowly emerges from tentatively from the mouse hole.
And I fling the thing away and just be like,
okay. You fling away. Just roll a d20 for me.
The chisel, that is, not her.
Yeah. You roll the chisel. You throw the chisel away.
Okay. With anything or just d20?
No, just a luck check.
Hey.
So the one is what I
Natural
think
one.
you just hear it as you throw the chisel out, but it goes out of the door and embeds in Blinsky's thigh.
This is how you ended up with a wooden leg.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Do you want some wine?
She nods because she can no longer talk because there's no vocal cords. Basically, it's just a soul trapped in a wooden body.
I'm gonna go pour out some wine. I'm gonna give Blinsky some wine, and I'm just gonna dip her head occasionally in.
What, like one of those the
Like
executive toys?
the
The bird that dips in.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay, great.
Ellie, when you went first, when you said you go there because it's going to be a mess, I honestly did not think it would be this disastrous. But you
How
got
did you not think it would be
well done, you.
Foreshadowing.
And I just apologise all around.
Is she big enough now that she can ride Bernard?
I guess I'm thinking if she can fit in a mouse hole, her torso can only be like that big, like around. So I'm saying that she's probably about 10 inches tall, I'd say.
Oh, it's quite
I
big.
also like to retract my pronunciation of Bernard.
Okay, Bernard. Bernard.
Bernard.
Bernard. Because I believe Bernard was a gecko. So no, like even at her size, she's still too big to ride Bernard. But there is very much like a Rictavio and Tiger vibe to now Skindole and Bernard. Because they're about a consummate kind of like proportion.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever use your assassin?
Not yet.
Yeah. No. He's still hanging around.
I still have him, and I've been saving him for an opportune moment,
Excellent.
which hasn't come up in this since we've been streaming, has it? I don't think so.
I introduced him in the first two to remind you that he was around.
Yeah. Good.
But like, yeah, obviously you've not sicked him on anybody in particular.
I was saving him.
I know you were.
Until the perfect moment when we have an entire army garlic dolls to throw it.
Garlic infused dolls.
Strahd, yeah.
It'd be funny if he just kills him without any trouble.
It's just like go up
Kill
behind
him.
him,
All right, done.
slice, and then you're right. You're done.
We did it.
That's what you
I'm
need
not
to
gonna
do.
kill Ellie's husband though. We're gonna win him over by force.
Win him over with your.
So charmed by us.
Yeah.
He's gonna love you or else.
Or else.
Okay, so I think that's like everything in Vallaki kind of like prepped. So that's part one of the bed cut.
This special wedding
of
episode.
Ravenloft. That's all the setup done. You've gone from Kresk to Vallaki. There's some touchstones here. You made contact. 2 weeks later, you've got all the things that you wanted to do to varying degrees of success. Now you can hit the old Svalich Road. That will take you across Barovia and back to where you first started, in the village of Barovia, which is entirely dominated by the Castle Ravenloft, like looming over the forests and looking down upon Barovia itself.
Can we take a long rest?
Oh yeah. At this point, 2 weeks gone by. Everybody hit long rest. All your spells back, all your hit points, everything's back. Hit dice, hit points, everything.
I get my 1 hit point back.
Yes.
Can we also remember to just have been talking to that woman that's laying in the wagon for the whole time?
Irene adult. Yeah, you remember that at day 14, I guess, when you're about to like leave Vallaki. And yeah, she's still laying underneath the tarpaulin, like staring blankly upwards.
Yeah, she's
Got
all
bed
right.
sores.
Yeah.
Probably have bed sores after 2 weeks, right?
I don't know. Do you want to check her for bed sores?
not really.
Okay, well then you don't know.
If you did, you'd probably cut her leg off. So it's fine.
This is what I'm scared about. This is exactly what I'm scared about.
She is now a living cart.
Yeah.
But the living cart has a wedding dress on it somehow.
Strahd, here is your wife.
I mean, after this, I'm pretty sure we're going to set up a travelling wedding service.
Yeah, a door-to-door wedding salesperson.
Yeah.
You just aggressively marry people in the town that are like not confident enough to express their feelings to one another.
Yeah, and if they don't, we just throw garlicky dolls at them.
Skin, get them.
Yeah, that's stick them together. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Oh.
So this is a different montage that I will narrate.
Okay.
You leave Vallaki. You're going from west to east along the old Svalich Road, and there's the montage of like there's just you 5 because it's the plus the corpse in the back that is animated and that is Irina-esque looking. And as you're on the old Svalich Road, there's the Little Green Bag song playing from Reservoir Dogs.
On bagpipes.
And yeah, on bagpipes. Yeah, the bagpipe version of Little Green Bag. On the camera's right to your left, out of this the woods come Hot Tavio and his tiger joins you on day 1. Smash cut to a cell of raven folk that join you on day 2. so on the opposite side that kind of swoop through the trees and land, and you're all walking in slow motion, and you have black suits on for some reason. And then you hit. That's it. That's just for like the people that you've gathered. But there's like different montages of people like piloting the cart itself, and you've got Skin as Skin Doll, like being on there, like whipping the horses. You're brandishing like your new weapons. Josh, there's you've been like trialing over the next subsequent week of the travel, just like getting better and better at firing the oil-infused crossbow at trees and stuff. Like you fire one off, and it's like takes Skin Doll's leg off. But there's the buddy cop style like shrug and like, oh you, and then like she screws like another like one of the bridles from the wheel of the cart into her leg instead. And there's like a funny moment where like you're sleeping, she puts your hand in water and you pee yourself. That kind of stuff. Before long, it's night. The moon is waning. It's crescent in the sky. There is mist heavy on the floor, and the whole of Barovia now feels very oppressive. And you get quite claustrophobic as you're walking through the woods of Barovia. Even the trees themselves seem to have like tendril-like fingers that are almost trying to grab you out, like pluck each one of you out of the cart. The closer and closer you get to Castle Ravenloft. The natural sounds of the woods subside and get replaced by the howls of wolves and the fluttering of bats' wings in trees. And you can no longer sleep on the ground because it almost feels like the very ground itself is trying to consume you. If you try and sleep on the floor, it's very, very soft and you almost get sucked into the ground. So you've had to like migrate into the cart itself, and everybody's sleeping inside there. But looming, framed as a monolithic shadow against the moonlight, is Castle Ravenloft, looming over the village of Barovia. Up to you. Are you going to... Sorry?
Charge.
Via zipline.
Yeah.
I think
hand over hand.
I think we should send in our like little army secretly via zipline. But I think we should just knock on the front door.
Okay.
Should we send?
Is anybody going down as well?
Yeah. Should we send the army underneath and then we go in on the front door so that we?
No, because so Fictavia said there's two options: zipline in or go from the catacombs. But he said no one knows what's underneath and it could be quite dangerous and no one's like come out of it. Whereas ziplining in would just be quicker. And like I can't be bothered to fight whatever's down in the catacombs, which is probably quite a lot of things.
All of our like avian friends can fly along or go through the other side of wherever the zipline is. But I agree, we could go through the front door with the wife and the wine.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I've got Stony Tonys, so we could split them up if we wanted to, or we can all just zip line straight in through the front door and.
Yeah,
we're not ziplining through the front door.
No, but like pretend
could,
that we're here for a wedding. Like, what's?
Yeah,
we have you saying your bride is here and we're here to celebrate.
But all of them not with us. All of them zipline in secretly.
So you can have Fictavio and the Were Ravens go in from above if you want to try the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's give him a Stony Tony though.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, you can pass off a Stony Tony. So like the insurgents, like Fictavio puts it inside of his leather jacket, and he's got a what call sign do you give Fictavio?
Eagle 1.
Eagle 1. You might be more in love with him than Ellie is. Yeah, Eagle 1.
And what's your call sign?
Turtle 2.
Not even Turtle 1.
Turtle 2.
Wait, so Fictavio, the only human in a band of birds is getting the codename Eagle One.
Yeah, the only
never
not
suspect it.
actual eagle. Is...
That's why it's so good. So
They'll never suspect it.
If Strahd is listening in, he'll never suspect that the human man is Eagle 1.
Perfect.
And that Turtle 2 is the turtle.
It Turtle 2, though. It took us 2 weeks to come up with that. So.
2 weeks for Turtle 2.
Yeah.
Also, it's good because our flying friends can fly the saber-tooth tiger in, because it definitely probably isn't dexterous enough to zip line. So.
Yeah, it's like 350 to 400 pounds of just solid muscle. Definitely cannot zip line in. Okay, so into the night, Tavio, the tiger, and the were-raven insurgents crawl their way up the zip line up to the ramparts of Castle Ravenloft, whilst you approach the ramparts. Not the ramparts, the main gate. So I'm actually going to transition on here to the Castle Ravenloft. Ooh.
We're in the end game now.
You certainly are. I think it's...
Strahd opens the door, kills us all. The end.
No, we're getting married. Remember? We're not fighting until I unleash...
Welcome to my castle.
Okay, I'm going to... Okay, we're on the right one. So I'm going to quickly
We
look
should
at
have
the...
infused the wine. We should have infused the wine with garlic.
Yeah, too late.
Oh no, we should
late,
serve
assholes.
what's left of the witch pie as the feast.
we still have witch pies though. We can.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have loads of witch pies, but well, that's
I'm
the
going to have a cream
buffet.
pie.
Yeah, you got cream pies, yeah.
None of the magic dream cream stuff, okay?
Well,
All right, so
Strahd might like it.
you've only remembered this at the very last minute, that when you're at the gate, whilst your insurgent team's already
Wait a
entered.
minute.
You're like, huh. So I want you to do some kind of like panic attempt at like putting the cream in the grape juice and make it look
Why?
like it's not full of
Wait.
cream.
We don't
Yeah,
need to put the
we
cream
don't
in
need to do
it.
that.
Sorry?
We'll just serve the pies.
Oh, you're not actually infusing the wine with the. Okay, yeah. Fine.
Shoving cream into the...
It's like an extra step.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
we
why
do.
I assumed you were going to do.
It sounds like
Based on
something-
my
Yeah.
based on my experience with you guys as players.
Use the little puppet hands. Cram it in. Come on.
Tim, who do you think we are?
A bit like curdled wine.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were trying to make.
Creamy grape juice, lovely.
Oh well, didn't say that ever again.
Glad we cleared that up.
Yes, indeed. So I'm going to transition you all to this map here. And drag players onto there.
Jack Taylor's put Strahd's actually a really chill dude, and the entire thing's just a misunderstanding.
That's what
mean,
I'm
it could be.
hoping.
So this is what you see. This is part of what you see.
Oh,
It looks quite nice.
yeah.
It's a
Maybe
castle.
it has been misunderstood.
Is it a place you could live, Revale? With
Yeah, I mean, is that like a greenhouse out the back? I'd thrive here.
Maybe Strahd's actually just really modest, and that little house on the right, as you're looking at it, is where he lives, and the rest of it's just like his servants and stuff live in there, in the actual castle.
party quarters?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looks nicer than the haunted house.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to, for stream, I'm going to like pull up a castle in its entirety, so they can all see at least. That's the good. Oh, that's a good one actually. That one there.
We just
Talk
Googling
amongst
castles.
yourself. No, there's a lot of like official like renderings of Castle Ravenloft.
So our official business is that we're here with wine and a wife. He has two
Wine plus
options.
wife. Classic combo.
He has the lovely, charming, very much alive Revale,
Yeah.
or he has this like weird reanimated corpse of his ex.
Whichever.
Yeah, so are we pretending that like we found his wife and we're the
Found her.
bride bearers?
I think we can name drop the monk, right? Like the monk wasn't his outward enemy. He was trying to I don't remember.
Yeah, but you can definitely try and name drop the monk if you can remember the monk's name.
Felonious.
And that's the one weakness.
It's not felonious. That just means lie.
Good guess.
Why don't we just say we're from a matchmaking app?
We're from Match.com, and we're not from eHarmony. And,
Plenty of bats.com.
yeah, plenty of batsinthesea.com. Plenty of batsinthesky.com.
I'd sign up for that.
Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, so are we all just facilitators? Are we wedding
Well, are you
planners?
the instigators?
Are we officiators? Is somebody a minister?
Are you
Let's get
procrastinators?
Yeah, who looks the most holy?
We're here to put cream in the wine.
We're here to put cream in your wine. And also, here's your wife.
Unrelated.
Castle Ravenloft, for a bit of backstory, was built atop the ruin of an older fortress by artisans, wizards, and workers loyal to Strahd's family. Strahd rewarded the castle's genius architect Artemis with a crypt in the castle's catacombs. The castle was named after Strahd's mother, Ravenloft, who lies entombed below. So you have approached the main gate, which actually isn't usually a thing that you do. So I'm kind of like scrolling through, like, how do you just approach the main gate of just like rap upon the wall? Here we go, front courtyard. So, as you approach the main gate of Castle Ravenloft, the weather worsens. Dismal rain starts to fall, becoming a torrent within the hour. Lightning routinely lights the sky, followed by peals of thunder that make the castle itself shudder. Thick, cold fog swirls in the courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as thunder shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you see torch flames fluttering on each side of the keep's open main doors. Warm light spills out of the entrance, flooding the courtyard. High above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged in its iron frame. There you go.
Yeah.
After you.
We pretend like we know what we're doing, right? We knock on the
Yeah.
door.
Tat tat, rat tat.
Wedding time.
Hello, it's wedding time.
And think of how many people have played this module. I'm almost certain no one showed up at the front gate with a past address and cream pie and wine.
100%
Yeah, well,
guaranteed.
That's where they fucked up, clearly.
Yeah. So it depends. Like, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go to? So you're on this diagram, and it has K1, K2, K5, etc. Which way do you want to go?
Do we have any bells or rice?
Do you have any bells or rice? I guess so.
We should start ringing bells. And then
Yeah.
you guys can start playing some bagpipe and harmonica as like a welcoming an
Dirge.
arrival tune. Oh, you can start playing like bam, 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 bam.
Yes. That's
Here
exactly
comes
what you should
here
do.
comes corpse or
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
in pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put my finger at my nose. Thank you.
It's a beautiful sound.
You're hard to miss, really.
Yeah. It really
You
is.
have to knock.
Yeah, does he not have any doormen?
If he does, they are dormant.
Dormant.
Ooh,
Well, they're not
that's
very
dormant.
good, are they?
No, you start playing this this dirge, and a stream, like a hail of bats, dart down from the towers above and encircle the group. And they're just like, oh, getting in your business.
I go, wow, sure can't wait for the wedding. I bet Strahd's going to be so excited.
Yay, wedding bat.
They're just like bats after bats, like
What?
passing, like whipping past you, making a horrible leathery bat sound.
Should we keep walking?
But eventually
forward?
they clear and leave you to your own devices.
Keep going towards the door.
Well, that was strange.
Sounds like he's
Yeah.
really overlooked this phantom.
Okay, so you're approaching the courtyard. The ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors.
Just go knock on them.
Revale, as you approach the main doors, when you come within a dozen steps of the front doors, they suddenly swing open, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music. That's music played by an instrument, an organ, not somebody's actual physical organ.
I wondered why you were explaining that.
So it's an
Like a
organ
bladder.
playing an
I'm-
organ.
Well,
Bladder
no,
bagpipe.
I know I have to like make these definitions for you guys.
No, you're making it awkward, Tim.
I'm making it. I hate you all.
So who's getting monkey punched?
We walk in on Strahd being monkey punched.
Walking on sunshine.
Oh, I never have any visitors.
This is my
I don't
monkey
know
punch
what that
time.
was. Do you want us to come back later?
My monkey punch time.
Wait. I love how this is going.
Touch yourself. Touch
I
yourself. Touch
fling
yourself.
a doll at his monkey.
Okie dokie.
I don't.
Right, so a set of double doors to the west appears to be, or to lead to, an exit from the castle.
Oh.
Overhead in the vaulted entry foyer, 4 statues of dragons glare down, the eyes flickering in the torchlight.
Strahd. Hello.
It's really rude. It's getting really
Anyone?
offensive.
We're
Anyone
here,
here?
here for the wedding.
We bought the pasta dress.
Don't pretend you don't want this. We vegetarian.
Heard you enjoy pasta dresses, I guess.
We have wine.
Right, so I'm going to transition you to another scene. I'm just finding it quickly.
So you went to all that trouble to set up the scene for us, and we just powered right through it. You basically just like.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, cool, walk
Why,
right
why
through
wouldn't you?
it.
If this was the physical book, I imagine was doing the first 10 pages and then
Yes.
skipping the next 60.
And
Yeah,
skip to the end.
yeah. Can I do a quick turtle 2 to eagle 1? Turtle 2 to-
No, I'm going to say no, you can't.
No, it doesn't work.
Because
you
you
fucked up.
are. Because you done fucked up, son. You are here
5G.
in K7.
I like that you said that like we were all supposed to be like, oh shit,
Oh, shit, son.
you're
Uh,
in K7.
Oh, you did it. So you are. There's so much like. That's why I prefer doing my own campaign because there's a lot of bullshit you have to like maybe read on the fly. If like if you go straight to Strahd, do a speed run, I guess.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
let's walk right through this.
We turn around in circles. We walk specifically to a corner of the room, and then suddenly we glitch to Strahd's room.
K8.
Online cheat.
So, yeah,
Up, down, left, right, ABA.
Yeah.
Right.
it was Control Shift L, paragraph, and then you've just done like enemies dot none, and you're here.
It worked.
That may or may not be something that works in Satisfactory, but without enemies. So yes, 4 red dragons break their way out of their very thin stone effigies. It's all this like stone, almost like makeup that they've got on the outside of them, break away and clatter onto the cobblestones where you're now standing. and all 4 of them start swirling around like a red dragon tornado, and land in the cardinal directions of where you're standing. And they hiss and start corralling you like a sheepdog to sheep towards the grand entrance of the next set of double doors. But they're all flanking you now.
Can we push some wine barrels their way?
Okay, you roll several wine barrels their way, and one of the red dragon wormlings steps on the barrel, and it bursts and breaks open and starts seeping into the cobblestones.
Nope, I was going to open the lid and offer it, but that's okay.
Yep.
You have that one. That's on the house.
And they start hissing at you further now that you're not moving towards the main entryway.
I'm going to interpret the hiss as a welcome to Castle Strahd. Let us show you the entrance. And
We hope you have a pleasant stay.
Can I take your coats?
So polite.
Do you have a Ravenloft club card that I can swipe?
Yes, we do.
Here are your loyalty points.
Spend them on more wine.
You are staying on 231. Your friend is on 319. And if you are staying anywhere near each other,
All in different floors.
enjoys.
Sounds familiar.
I'm typical. I'm miles away from everyone else.
Why is there a towel outside this morning? Strahd door.
At least one of your key cards won't work. So you're ushered into the grand entry. Cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great but dusty hall, dimly lit by spluttering torches, because they all are, in iron sconces. So they're like these big conical looking like instead of having like a torch on a wooden pole, it's on an iron pole. It's got like a little framed device, which is what a sconce is, in case any of you don't know what a sconce is. I always say these things like presuming everybody knows what like medieval lighting equipment is. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles, squatting motionlessly on the rim of a domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronzed iron stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. However, a lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors, through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones. That is, tones from an organ, the musical device, not from a person's organ.
Boo.
Is it a sad samba song?
Yes.
No, Blinsky, Blinsky, Blinsky.
No, Blinsky, Blinsky.
Ooh.
That's not what your bride will want to hear on her wedding day.
Samba song.
As your words echo around the chamber, an elf with brown skin and long black hair descends the wide staircase, quiet as a cat. He wears a grey cloak over a black studded leather armour and has polished scimitar hanging from his belt. "My master is expecting you," he says.
He's ready for the wedding.
Yay.
He cannot see the bride. Don't look at the bride.
Bad luck.
I'm assuming you've still like pulled the cart into this main foyer that still has the unblinking prostrate. Yeah.
It's got her like this, and she's surrounded by barrels of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Presumably puppets.
Yeah, and she's got a spaghetti veil, so
Yeah.
you can't see her face.
Yeah.
Typical wedding attire.
Yeah, standard wedding attire.
I assume.
Like, yeah. There's 3 things like for every standard like wedding business that you can pull up in a Rolls Royce, a horse-drawn cart, or a wine cart surrounded by wine barrels covered in puppets and spaghetti. Those classic 3.
That's how I'm getting married.
It's a little bit dated now, but it's when everybody thinks about how people get married, it's one of those 3 usually that comes to mind.
It's like you read my dream book.
Dear diary, if only I could find a lady covered in pasta.
That is a dream. Yeah.
Anyway, so however, he's going to I guess you're not going to fight him. He doesn't seem your current vibe. He's going to lead you to oh god, where is it? If only I didn't have to prepare all of the alternatives because I didn't know what was going to happen in this one.
We assume that was mindless chatter with him as well whilst he's thinking about where to take us, because it's obviously.
I asked him how his day's been and how he's finding the weather.
Yeah, what his favourite colour is.
Are you going to sneak in at the last minute and take the vow? Is that the plan here?
Yeah.
Portal 2 over?
Yeah. It's like, in the same way that in action movies where you can dive in front of the president and take the bullet, you do that, but in weddings.
He's going to lift up the spaghetti veil and it's going to be me.
Yeah, there you go.
This is the perfect plan.
So he's going to lead you silently and very, very quietly, disturbingly quietly, to the dining hall. He's basically like the butler of Castle Ravenloft.
Okay, but can we just put in there that we're not going to allow the quiet to be disturbing because of the mindless chatter constantly?
Of course. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't answer.
Just inane chatter directed at his general self.
Awkwardly knock things over and it rattles around down the hall and knock into things.
Sure.
Sure.
Do you ask him? Do you actually approach him and start asking him questions and stuff?
Yeah.
So both Car and Revale approach the elf, and when you get within about 10 steps of him, you just start hearing just howling screams in your ears, just incessant ear-piercing screams.
Oh, did you hear something?
No.
You cannot hear each other.
Oh.
You look to one another and you're mouthing something. However, Paolo and Botticelli, you can hear Revale shouting, "Can you hear something?"
No.
But Car, you can't hear Revale speaking because the screams are so loud it drowns out her voice. However, Paolo and Botticelli, you can't hear anything. You just hear them two screaming at each other.
I think the organ's in there.
Can I tap on his shoulder?
Yep.
Can you turn the music down?
You can't hear what he says, but he mouths something. He mouths something again. You can't hear what he's saying.
A
cacophony of screams.
Stand in front of Revale and then get the bagpipes out and just start making as much noise as we possibly can to try and drown out the scream.
Paolo and Botticelli, it sounds awful in here right now. There's they can't hear themselves, so they're playing in not in concert at all with one another. Car is pushing air into the bagpipes. Revale's pressing it at the wrong time. Tonally, it's all over the place. It's just screeching bagpipes.
We start dancing around and pretending like this is normal. Get the dragons and gargoyles into it.
Yep.
So on their weird jerky beats.
This elf goes, I apologize, but can you tell them to stop? This sounds awful.
This is.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're doing the sprinkler.
Yeah, just the sprinkler.
What do you mean, mate? It's brilliant.
This is the wedding band you hired.
I go to do the one with the knee, but then I realise that I'm just can't do it on my wooden leg.
You just fire a random crossbolt off.
Let's try to get them on board.
It's a really random collection of some people can't hear each other, other people can hear the things. Cara Vale, you can't hear the bagpipes over the screams. The screams are still too loud. It seems that the elf can't hear the screams, but can hear the bagpipes. Botticelli and Paolo, you can hear the bagpipes, but not what Revale and Cara are hearing. But they are also screaming at each other.
Do we have any indication of where our insider team is?
No, absolutely not. Not at this point. Right. No. This is a gigantic castle, and you're in like the main foyer.
We should probably have told them that the queue is really off tempo, out of tune, backup music. As soon as you hear that, attack.
Yeah. I mean, if they can't figure that out, then they don't deserve to be in this tag team.
Yeah, whose team are they on?
Does it not look like then the screaming is being caused by the elfman?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. When you got within like a certain radius of him, this cacophony of screaming just started radiating from him.
Can I take a step back until it stops?
Yep, it has now stopped.
Oh, have you got something on your mind?
The elf shrugs, goes, other than escorting you in, I do not.
You just seem stressed.
Ask his name in a fun fact.
I am not stressed at all.
Oh.
Anything deeply horrific happened to you that you maybe to plan on?
You haven't moved out of this car, so you're just screaming. Has something horrific happened to you? But you can't hear anybody talking or any of the answers that are given.
Well, I mean, he seems chill. Oh yeah, sorry. What's your name? Didn't quite catch it.
My name is Rahadrin.
Rahadrin. And have you had any strange hobbies?
I used to be the public executioner.
Oh, that was fun.
Not really.
Oh. Family business?
It was a Velikovna business, yes.
Wow, not anymore, eh?
No, not anymore, eh? It's a really super stilted conversation there.
Keep that level up for the entire journey.
That continues the whole way.
Again, Car just screams in your ears and you can't hear anything anybody said. But you are persistently like blowing into the bagpipes. So you don't have Revale there anymore to like push the lung of the bagpipes. So you're just inflating a bagpipe.
Excellent.
At this point.
Probably worthwhile.
And like some of the air is escaping but out of various holes in the bagpipe.
Never mind. Never mind.
Eventually, like in this circle of like sound assault, he ushers you into what looks like to be a dining hall. There are in this dining hall 3 enormous crystal chandeliers. They are brilliantly illuminated in this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the centre of the room, a long heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods, roasted beast basted in savoury sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalising fragrance. At the centre, at the far west wall, between a floor-to-ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. That's the musical instrument, not somebody's organ. I feel like I have to preface this. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and a deep silence falls over the dining hall. It slowly turns towards you.
He likes the organ music.
Hello.
Yeah.
What?
My guests, I am glad you have finally graced the walls of Castle Ravenloft.
Oof.
Please, sit enjoy the banquet that has been afforded your visit, that I have looked forward to for many, many days.
Yeah, excellent.
We don't
Can we
have-
start- Sorry, I was just going to. I'll just in the background be hanging up the pasta bunting.
Okay. You've peeled away from Radodren, and you no longer hear the screams anymore. And you start putting up pasta bunting.
Is it made out of like lasagna sheets that you cut into triangles?
Yeah, stringed together with spaghetti. But like damp, wet spaghetti, I guess.
Can we not have like a drinks reception before dinner?
Yeah, you have to have the wedding before the dinner. No,
We-
we cannot.
We brought all that wine. You're not gonna drink it.
I feel that you are leading the horse, or the cart before the horse. I know
No.
of no wedding.
Your
the
wedding.
The pre-drinks wedding. Or
Your
any
wedding.
of the wine that you speak of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
you
speaking
ordered
of,
the wine.
we don't have a horse, but we have a cart woman as your wife.
A cart woman.
Hey, I have this cart woman wife.
She's in a delicious dress.
You ordered the wife and the wine. That's why we are here.
And the pies.
Yes,
May I
We
order
never
one
got
for wine?
invited to a dinner. We're here for the wedding.
it's not our party. It's yours.
The creature dressed in the cape and the fine evening suit with a blood red shirt and a cravat of pure white suddenly turns into bats and speeds across from where the organ is over to the head of the table near where you are and reforms at the head of the table in the chair. And he goes, I believe there has been a miscommunication between you and I. Sit, enjoy the feast,
Oof.
and maybe we can talk about this wedding.
We just ate on the way because we weren't sure if there'd be like snacks or like canapes. So not that hungry.
Yeah.
This is
and we-
fine. Then draw up a goblet and let us converse in this most civil of arenas.
Can I play the organ?
Wait,
Please
Wait,
be my guest.
wait. We are full of dinner, but we brought dessert and wine.
We did bring dessert.
Okay.
And wives.
With that wink, please roll a persuasion check, please.
I thought you were going to give me disadvantage. Oh, well, didn't need it.
Oh, no.
Five.
Uh,
Had
He-
to wink.
he gestures to, as you're saying this, he gestures to the chair closest to him on his left-hand side, and it screeches across the floor and around, and that picks you up and scoots you close into the table. Sort of whisks you off your feet.
How romantic.
Should we drink?
Mm-mm.
Please,
Should we?
let
Okay.
us break bread and drink wine together.
Okay, let's all drink from our own bowls. And
Yeah, let's not drink his wine.
Yeah, no, we drink our wine. That's why we brought it, because we're here for a wedding. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
Would you like
Bring
to
it.
try some wine?
Bring your own barrel, wasn't it, on the invite?
Yeah, BYOB.
Yeah.
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 So you know that this is not wine, but it is an amber liquid, more like a mead.
Gives me a funny stomach. I'm gonna drink the wine.
Are you going to just like chuck it from the barrel, or empty out the amber liquid and put it into that glass, or have you got your own tankard that you siphon?
No,
it
I've got my own
into?
tankard. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to take Strahd's cup and fill it up with our wine.
Yeah, you
is
pluck
that
his
shit?
cup from the place. His doesn't have an amber liquid in it. His has a dark red wine in it, and you just slosh it
chuck
onto
it.
the floor
Yeah.
and fill it up with your wine. However, do you fill it up with like the actual wine or just the sour grape juice?
The actual wine. And
Okay.
then I put a penne in it, like a straw.
Oh, I thought you were just saying penny weird.
No, like a penne.
Penne.
My
Hello.
sorry.
Yep. So there's like a very elaborate-looking straw sticking out of his goblet of fine wine, which is like set back in place.
And then I take a cream dream pie, and I cut a slice.
Okay.
Put it in front of him. Put some in front of all of you as well, but not to eat it.
You say out loud.
I say in my brain wishfully.
Yeah. No, you all know what like these dream cream pies look like. You're very familiar with those.
And then I sit. Oh, we're sitting down, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, I give some to whatever his name is, the elf man.
Rahadrin.
But not the pie, just the wine.
Okay. Yeah, sure. He sits down at the opposite end of the table.
So, have you thought about your vows, Strahd?
Again, I think we're operating on two different levels of information.
So what are you wanting? Like what's this about? What if you're not getting married, which we're here to do?
What is what about?
Why are we here?
Yeah, why have you put on a wedding at your house? If
I haven't.
You want to marry someone.
Then why are we here?
Why is the plastic
I
bunting
don't
kind of
know.
going
You've
on?
turned up at my door.
Why are
Well,
you
you had
playing music?
You had nameplates for us.
No, I don't. There's no name.
What
Why?
you've
There's
given us
plaster on the
favours?
wall.
Like
Yeah, you decorated the place.
there's
No,
little
I
eyeball
haven't.
You've given us favours. Like it's a wedding.
No, it's just a feast.
No.
So why did you prepare a feast if you didn't know we were coming?
Would you like to be married? Because we could make that happen.
Answer the first. We can. My servants spotted you coming up to the gates of Castle Ravenloft, and therefore they put on a spontaneous feast for the visitors that come here. For I am a kind and genial host that wishes to
very
make
nice.
my guests feel as comfortable as possible. Question the second. I know nothing of a wedding.
Would you like to get? Question the third. Would you like to get married?
Yeah, and question the fourth. Have you met your wife?
Yeah, you're not getting any younger, Strahd. So time's
I'm
ticking.
also not getting any older.
Yeah, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. What's that about?
That's a good point.
Would you like to know more, Paolo Sturcor?
But you know my name.
Your reputation, all of your reputations precede you.
So you do know who we are.
So you have
I
written
didn't
name
say that I did not know who you were. Merely
you
that
just
I
give
was
us
not
these name badges.
catering for a wedding.
So
So who made these weddings?
Yeah, we've got like a little background on
Yeah.
each of them. It's definitely made by your team. I don't know if they've communicated that to you.
Always be branding.
So I go back to Would you like to get married? Not to me. I'm not asking you. I'm not proposing.
I might be.
He's
but-
in.
He dramatically gets up from his chair. As he stands up, like the chair itself just like whisks backwards, halfway towards the giant Gothic organ that's standing in the corner. That's a musical instrument, not his own personal appendage. And he levitates up towards one of the many arched stained glass windows that look across the vast emptiness of Barovia. He has his hands behind his back over his flowing cloak and goes, I had a love once, but she has long since died. However, I know that this land will provide her to me once again, for she is every lifetime reborn into a new body.
Yeah, she's in the car.
Yeah, she's literally here. It's rude to talk about people in their persons.
You can't see her though until you marry her. It's
He
bad
whips
luck.
around and goes, What? You have my darling, my betrothed, my wife?
Yeah,
We've
but it's
literally
bad luck.
told you this 1,000 times. We're here for the wedding.
It's bad luck to see your bride on your wedding day, so that's why she's wearing a spaghetti veil.
He swoops down and grabs Car by the throat. As he swoops down, he his cloak half transforms into bats and goes, You telling me now? You telling me where my bride is, my beloved?
I can't say it clear enough. It's your wedding day. We have your wife. She's in the cart. I'm not trying to hide it.
We've
put all
literally
our
said
cards
it
on
to
the
you
table.
since we arrived from the front door. Which why would we come through the front door if we were here for anything but a wedding?
Wife, cart, spaghetti veil.
Good
What
guys.
about this was not clear.
Jeremy Beadle's not going to jump out.
You
will
have
he?
the reincarnated soul of my Tatiana.
Yes, but you can't see her on your wedding day until you're married, or it's bad
I
luck.
need, in that case, I suppose Revale to roll a deception check for me, please. And this is against Count Strahd von Zanovich's insight.
What was the name
Plus
of the
22.
Probably terrible. You'll be all right.
Sorry, what
I'm
did you say,
guessing it's
Alice?
quite low.
Oh, sorry. What was the name of the wife that we left her and her brother to die?
Irina.
Can I just ask him as he's choking me out? How's Irina?
Okay, so lots going on at the same time. How is Irina? I assumed you brought Irina with you, for she is the reincarnated soul of my beloved Tatiana.
Yeah, that's what I meant. How's Irina?
Roll.
She's under the
You'll
pasta
find
veil.
So there's like multiple levels of deception going on. So before Ellie's deception gets resolved, Alice, roll the deception check.
I definitely
Oh,
I
yes.
killed her.
How's your bride that's right down below us that we get you to not look at?
Oh no. I'm going to touch it.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. It hasn't really gone well for either of you, but specifically more so than for poor Car.
I mean, that's apt.
And he goes, You have not brought Irina to me. You have brought a fake! And he releases you from the grip, but throws you and the chair that you're sitting in across the stone floor. And you spill out the chair. He explodes into worms, which just disappear
Inconsistent.
into the flagstones. And one by one, each one of the lights in this turns out. You are plunged into absolute darkness. And all you can hear is slithering and clacking of exoskeletal carapaces across the floor. Roll initiative.
Turtle 2 to the Eagle 1. Turtle 2 to Eagle 1.
Come in, please. I'm being generous in saying that you actually are only going to be fighting Strahd and his manservant Rahadrin.
We should have lopped his head off as soon as we met Rahadrin.
And his screaming.
In
Aura.
range of people, does my animal roll with me, or is it just like
I believe it goes on your turn. I'm just going to pull up a notepad. I don't need to put this into Roll20 really. Strahd, Rahadrin, and then we'll go in order of the cameras. That's Bot. Okay.
So it's Strahd and Rahad.
So
So
it's
the
Strahd
other
and
guy is-
Rahadrin.
Yeah, so that other guy's totally related.
Yeah, that's how names work.
He hasn't
Yeah,
even
let's-
gone to check who we did bring, and I feel quite disappointed about that.
I mean, you
Yeah,
don't have to check
that's
because
true.
you are
Yeah.
definitely lying.
So many.
No, but
puppets
it
at
is
him.
it is a fake. You might have been happy with that.
Yeah,
He
the
might have
guy
settled.
spent a lot of time on that. He made a lot of demons before he made the perfect, not like half bat, half hyena woman.
True. So, Botticelli, what did you get?
6.
Six.
Plus, 8 with my initiative.
Okay, Car,
15.
15. Vale,
A 3.
and Paolo, Sturkor,
6.
6. Okay, I'm going to roll Rahadrin. So he's got a +6 to his initiative. Yes. He is a tough boy.
I think he's on our side.
He gets a 17.
I'm gonna cut his head off.
And Strahd himself, the Grand Lord Strahd, gets a +4. 18. Wow, he goes first. Bully.
I assume he goes back to play the piano.
Of course,
sorry,
yeah. So round 1, Strahd piano.
Yes.
Next,
organ, Timothy.
gets to play with his organ.
Punches a monkey.
He punches the monkey out the window. So who's been lying to him? Who said the lie? Who's the person that had roll the lie?
Me and Revel.
Technically, I wasn't lying.
I'm pretty sure it was that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like Vale and Kara.
Yes, exactly. For the record, though, I didn't know that woman was not his soulmate. I don't know how he's meant.
You didn't know that the creature that the priest in Kresk created wasn't Irina.
I genuinely thought that Strahd had killed Irina, and that this was just like another one of many.
Yeah.
But he obviously wasn't on the same wavelength.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Fair enough. Well,
It was an honest misunderstanding. I thought he would want to marry this corpse.
True. Okay.
So he brought
There's no rid of ale. Why would we lie about that?
We're the good guys.
He's going to, I think, rush up to Car, and again try and slash at your throat, like with his fingers. His nails start descending into like almost wolf-like claws, and he tries to slash at your neck, and then also tries to bite sort of around the clavicle area.
Oh.
So, +9 to hit.
Does not.
First one, slash, 28. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Second one, 25. Does that also hit?
Yeah, weirdly,
Okay,
yeah.
well, strange.
Weirdly.
He's going to do a...
Literally dead on this round.
So he will do 18 points of damage.
Okay. I'm alive.
Oh no, sorry, 22 points of damage.
Still alive.
8 slashing and 14 necrotic damage with the first slash attack. And his bite does... Actually, he's not going to do the bite attack. That second attack is a grapple attack. So can you roll an opposed strength check for me, please?
Are our backup team actually just... Did they...
Hasn't been your turn yet, so you haven't done Turtle 2 to Eagle 1 yet.
Okay.
Strength, did you say?
Yeah, well, yes, strength... no, sorry. It'll be an athletics check. Yeah, athletics check.
8. I'm really terrible.
So instead of biting you, he slashes at your neck, but then holds onto it and grapples you and holds you like a human hostage to him. And he kind of like appears behind you and is holding you in front of himself. So like you are in front of him and he's grabbing your neck and like blocking the line of sight between the rest of your party and him with you.
And what was the damage again? Is it just the 18?
Just the 22.
The
Yeah.
22. Okay.
Yeah. 22 piercing and necrotic.
Just the 22, half your hit points.
just half my health.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. We'll come to that later. And next is Rahadrin. Rahadrin is going to go after the next most threatening person to Strahd, which is Revel, who did the second lie.
I thought we were friends. We were chatting.
You definitely were experiencing his screams. I don't know how much that. Okay, he gets 3 attacks. So he does +10 to hit. So 20, does that hit?
Yeah.
21. And
Yeah.
does a 13 hit your armor class?
No.
Okay, so two scimitar attacks. So he produces that scimitar that I mentioned before out of the loop of his belt and just slices across your chest, and he does 18 points of slashing damage, 1/8.
Oh.
And he gets in close enough that you can't hear your friends anymore. All you hear is screams. the wails of the dead, the agonizing just cacophony of those that are being constantly tortured in some kind of hell dimension.
I mean, it doesn't bother me that much because I'm used to our bagpipe playing.
Yeah, true, yeah. Bagpipe playing, screams of a hell dimension, same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's inconvenient.
Yeah. Next up is Car.
Okay.
Like one Car.
We're trying to kill him, right? We're giving up.
I don't think he's getting married today.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark with my bonus action just anyway on him.
Okay, done.
But in terms of like me attacking, can I do anything to him?
You can attack him physically, like on a melee attack, because he's grappled to you, but you're not incapacitated.
Okay.
However, if you do a ranged attack, you will have disadvantage because you're so close to him. So, like, you
What
can
about with the
get like a
crossbow?
bow out and you'd be like, I can't. Yeah, crossbow, same thing, ranged attack.
Okay.
You're trying to like get a crossbow whilst being held to him as a hostage at him. Very difficult. So melee attack, normal. Ranged attack, disadvantage.
Okay, I feel like I've still got a better chance with that. So, going to crossbow him in the face. Yeah.
Wow.
Like that.
So you pull it out and just like over your shoulder at his face, hoping it shoots him. Roll to hit.
Okay.
Is it still pitch black, by the way?
Yes.
Ooh,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've got 2 attacks as well, but does that still happen with incapacitated?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, take the next
6
second
and
attack.
25.
Oh,
Yep, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, both hits. So just for the record, with disadvantage, Car still got a 26, 25, 22, and 29.
Could have used those numbers when
Yeah.
they were.
So the lowest
Fair
ones being
enough.
25 and 22, yeah, they hit Strahd and Zarovich. So roll 2 lots of crossbow damage.
Excellent. And Hunter's Mark.
And Hunter's Mark, yes.
I'm not sure
On
if
both
Hunter's
of those.
Mark did anything specifically to help me hit them in the first place. But
You get an extra 1d6 of damage.
He takes
On both
4
attacks.
hit points.
So this is first attack. And then the second.
Cool. It's 15 both times. It takes a 30 points of damage from that.
Ooh,
2
Nice.
crossbow bolts to the face.
yes.
2 hands of dolls to the face.
Got it. Botticelli, you're up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to. What does Colin, my assassin, do? Well, there's that too.
Yeah. What does
Is
he
that
do?
an action? Is that an action? Because then, as an aside, I'd like to Stony Tony the troops. Who might already be dead. Like they might not have even made it into the castle because they didn't have a good alibi. Because we didn't really prepare them. We just said, "Hey, let's go into the castle," and we left them to zip line into the roof.
I feel like they've had years of training and planning for this. So.
They should know better, right? That's on
Yeah,
them.
they're like a whole like little cult.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not our fault.
We're
I
also
probably had
distracted in the
meetings.
big hat.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the mirror that is in the Burgomaster's mirror.
hmm.
So you have an assassin called Bahal Verzi.
Oh, right, yeah.
Dude,
Is there something you want to do with Bahal?
Yeah, fucking lop off Strahd's neck.
Bahal.
You ever asked his name before? Is that the first time I've actually heard his name?
Yeah.
I just heard that he was a shadow beforehand.
We're learning.
What was his name, Josh?
Behal. Behal.
There you go. Good. Out of there.
Yeah.
He's probably been quite lonely.
Yeah, I've just forgotten about him for a month. But,
Well, we're not supposed to talk to him. We're not supposed to know.
What
he's
if-
there. That means he's doing a good job. Good job, Bahal.
Hey, Bahal.
What if he's just sulking now? It's just like you
Well,
look
he
cool.
better not. This is the one thing that he's meant to be doing.
Right, spell reveals an
He's gonna get
assassin,
stunned
ghost,
for it.
is meant to be bound to it.
In his face.
Right,
Fucks this up.
yeah, he doesn't speak.
We wave.
The assassin, right, okay, I had to read this. The assassin summoner, which is you, can command him to kill one living creature within Strahd's domain. That the summoner mentions by name. Strahd is undead and is not a living creature.
If I now know that he can only kill a living creature, because I didn't know that before.
Yeah. Can he kill you? Yes.
No. Can he please
done with it.
kill can he kill
Rahadrin?
Yeah, that one.
Hahadrit.
Is that what you'd like to command him to do?
Yeah.
What? Tim sounds really suspicious.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Kill him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send him
I don't like Tim's tone.
to kill the cackling evil death elf.
He's been really polite.
You summon him by name, Bahal Verzi.
Bahal Verzi.
He emerges from the darkness. A flash of thunder and lightning peels across the windows of this grand hall, very, very, like, with a fraction of a second, illuminating, like, his assassin's garb. Like, he is completely covered in black wraps, apart from, like, this part of his face. Just the eyes and the top of the nose, which is completely pale. Like, he's dead, basically. It looks a bit like pale skin. And he's got dead eyes, so they're all, like, cataracted over. You mentioned Rahadrin's name. He nods to you in a fraction of a second, like another flash of lightning erupts, and there is a tano, like a short ninja sword, like that's been impaled up Rahadrin's through his underneath his chin, up through his mouth, and out through the top of his head, instantly killing Rahadrin. A third flash of thunder, Bahal is gone. And all is left is Rahadrin's corpse, bleeding on the floor.
Can I air high five?
You can, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
In the darkness.
Yeah.
You just put your hand on Strahd's face.
Yep. I mean, that worked. that was well worth waiting 3 years for, I think.
Damn.
Can I? I guess that was my whole action, and that was.
I mean, it was
right?
a very good use of that, because Rahadrin on his own is quite a match for your group, and you just eliminated him immediately.
Be gone.
Yes.
I think that's nice, because now he won't be haunted by the screams of thousands of people, even if he doesn't really.
That's a good thing.
The executioner Rahadrin.
Can I
Done.
prepare? I'm happy to be done.
Yeah, that was definitely like your.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
immediately killed one CR10
well,
enemy in
I
one
had to check.
command
I had to
without having
check.
to roll anything. He's just dead. That's your turn.
We're here for the wedding.
And we're down one problematic guest.
Yeah, that worked out.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
High fives all
Anyone
around.
else have an objection to this one?
Yeah, you high five and you just put your hand on Strahd's face again. Paolo, you're up.
So it's still pitch black, so we obviously don't know where we're aiming stuff, right?
Again, it's all like a. I'm pretty sure that there has been a film where there's a Bond film.
With vampires.
It was after Quantum of Solace. So it's Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. I think it might have been Skyfall. Yeah.
Skyfall, and then
Where you're all like fighting in silhouettes.
Cool.
Against
Okay.
that.
The
I think it might be in
lightning.
Tokyo. Yeah. So that's just like producing silhouettes of people fighting around.
I want to use a spell. I'm kind of hoping it will cause damage, but I'm looking at it. It doesn't typically cause damage.
I'm hoping it causes damage, but I'm looking at the spell. It doesn't.
Well, it doesn't. But what I'm thinking
It
is
won't. Maybe there's a
it's
clue there
vampires.
somewhere.
So, well, I mean, it's going to help us anyway. So, I'm going to cast Daylight.
Okay.
Which 60-foot radius. But what I wanted to say to you is that quite clearly, daylight's from the sun. Sun, vampires, damage. It's got to do something, right?
I mean, maybe.
Because it's like, yeah, go on. It's the final episode.
How long does daylight last for?
1 hour.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, you cast daylight. It completely illuminates the entire chamber. And immediately Strahd starts hissing and puts up one hand over his eyes and kind of crouches down. He lets go of Car's throat and tries to cower away from the light.
It's going to be like, oh, you don't like that, do you, you little shit?
It's your wedding day. No, you don't like it, you little shit.
And then I'm going to kind of, because I'm the only little one, I'm going to kind of try and hobble down under the table.
Okay.
So I can try and then pick out my next action. That's it.
Yeah, you slid that under the table. Revale. Rahadrin's dead, who was attacking you. This entire place has been filled with daylight. And Strahd is now cowering in Car's shadow.
Would it take a whole action to drink a potion of healing?
Nope, that's a free action.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Which potion of healing have you got?
The mysterious red fluid.
Aha. So for that, can you roll 2d4 plus 2, please? And that's how much hit points you get back.
So 2d4 plus 2. Nope, that didn't work.
Nope.
Oh.
Plus 2.
That's just a 2.
6.
Cool.
Okay, and I can't use Hellish Rebuke because...
No one's attacked you yet.
No. In that case, I have a sharp umbrella in my list of items. Would that be made of wood, do you think?
Yeah. I reckon it is.
As Strahd cowers, I would... Hold on. Oh, that would be 2 actions.
Opening the umbrella and stabbing him?
Yeah, but I don't know whether I should do this first. No, okay. I'm gonna cast darkness on myself.
So darkness is a like a sphere of it, which I believe is like 15 foot in radius. So you can encompass like just yourself, or you can encompass other people, or you can encompass everybody.
Well, I want to keep Strahd in the sunlight.
Okay.
But I just don't want him to see me coming with the umbrella to his heart. So
yeah, you can probably position it to a point where, as it's your go, you cast darkness. There's a sphere of darkness that encompasses you and your most direct route to Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's got to go before you, so he may move away or into that darkness.
Oh, that's too risky. Because he needs to stay in the sunlight. Okay, I'm just going to try and... He's prone, right, in the sunlight, so I'm just going to try and stab him with an umbrella.
Okay, roll to hit with advantage.
Is it just one... Is it just a d20? What's the hit on an umbrella?
I'm going to say it's like a sword. And what are you? What are you?
I am a... good question. I'm a tiefling rogue.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, you're a mystic. So mystics, I don't think, have proficiency. I don't know. Oh, because it's a custom class. Oh, fuck it. Just like +5. D20 +5.
Fuck it. +5.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit Strahd.
Yes.
Roll 1d20.
Specifically through the heart.
No, not 1d20. 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 2.
And I'm aiming for the heart.
Yes. 6. You didn't quite get the heart.
Wait. That's so shit.
2 and 2 and 2. Yeah, you don't quite get the heart, but you do cause some damage. So I mean, it's all good. It's all good stuff.
He's really going to feel that 6 points of damage, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now he's going to cast a legendary action, which is going to be
legendary.
He's going to try. Oh, because he's not grappled with you anymore.
See.
All right, Car. He's going to try and make another unarmed strike against you, +9 to hit.
Rude.
He's going to like try and put his free hand up against his eyes, and then try and like get you into like the hostage situation that he had you before as well. 11 to hit. That's not going to hit though. Yeah. So like he tries to grab you, and it's like
Legendary.
damn it! Hey, you'll suck. Okay, that was the legendary action that happens on after someone else's turn. Back to the top, it's Strahd's go. He's going to try again to grab Car by the throat.
Obsessed.
With a 16.
Just
a legendary crab approaches. Thank you, Spoopy Penguin, for the 25 bits, saying that a legendary crab approaches. But I'll preface that is a legendary vampire approaches and fucks it up. But you said, 16 hits?
Yes, it does.
Okie dokie.
And I might die.
So he does 1d8 plus 4 plus 4d6. So 1d8 plus 4. Plus 4d6. 25 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay. He grabs you by the neck and just squeezes the life out of you, and you're now just dead in his hand. Good time. Good times.
This is the worst wedding I've ever been to.
He's so rude. He came with such nice gifts.
But you were invited.
But we were invited, so.
Car, can you make a death saving throw for me, please?
Yeah. Do you add anything to it, death saving throw?
Nope. Straight D20 roll. Wow. Yeah, pass. One off, like just being resurrected at 1 hit point.
Can my friendly witch-eating snake make an attempt to eat his feet?
Yeah. Absolutely can.
Follow him out like a witch.
Huzzah!
That's how I was going to try. If I can read what he's done, because his window isn't working.
Do you need me to look up?
Yeah, it's weird. I've got Huzzah up, but it won't let me scroll down and read what its move says.
Giant snake.
I'm a snake.
Oh, I'm sorry. It started doing it now.
+6.
To bite, he's going to try and start swallowing with a bite.
Strahd.
Yeah. 21.
That hits. Is it a constrictor or poisonous snake? Huzzah.
This window is like hates. It keeps not working. It's poison.
Oh, poison snake.
Wait, yeah, piercing damage. So it's 1d4 plus 4 piercing, and then he has to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw if he's affected by poison.
Okay, see if Strahd is what his resistance is. Yeah, well, he's not immune to poison, so you have to roll it. Constitution saving throw, which is +4. He passes at 13.
Okay, then
he
it's
does
just...
take 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
As Huzzah tries to choke the life out of him. Surprisingly, you're doing okay against the main bad guy at level 5.
10% eaten by snake.
He's going to cast a legendary action and makes one unarmed strike against Huzzah now. He's trying to bite him. Oh my god. Does 11 hit Huzzah?
Good question. See if it lets me answer. No, it does not. He's AC 17.
Oh, what the hell? With all this light in his face, he's unable to make grasps into people. He sucks. Botticelli.
Yes.
Oh shit! The
Sun
first
sword
time
coming
you're gonna
out.
get the sun sword out.
Yeah, Sun Sword's coming out.
Sunsword for the win.
And I'm definitely going to.
What? Just stand there, do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there until he marries Revel. No. it's a shotgun wedding. No,
I'm gonna knight him.
No, I'd like to take a swing at him, but is it also an action to? Well, no, it has to be. I want to see where we rallied all these armies and they're all just hanging out in the fucking foyer.
They're not. They're hanging out on the top of Castle Ravenloft, which is a gigantic castle, and it's been
a night rave.
18 seconds.
Useless. Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna take a sun sword to his neck.
Okay. Roll to hit with your sun sword. Should be on the character sheet.
Just
Has been for a long time.
Which is a +2 to attack. 15.
15 does not hit.
Oh, come on.
Strahd
fuck off.
Vandarovich.
Come on.
No. You've never used a sun sword before. You ignite it, and it gets within a hair's whisker
Come on.
of his face, but you do not connect with the sun sword, I'm afraid.
Fuck
Damn it.
him. That was gonna be the one. But does he take any radiant damage?
No, because he's in hit. Oh yeah, he does because he's in light.
Yeah.
At the start of his turn, he actually did take 20 points
Yeah.
of radiant damage.
And now he's got a wow in his face.
But he will take a legendary action, and he's going to
monkey
try
punch
and
him.
make one unarmed strike against you, Botticelli. Does a 26 hit you?
Of course it does.
God damn it.
And he is going to do 1d8 plus 46. He does 25 points of damage to you. And can you make an athletics check for me, please?
Yeah. Athletics. I've got 16 plus 1, 17.
Not quite enough.
Are you fucking kidding
He
me?
has grappled you, and he is now using you as a turtle shield.
It's a pretty good shield. It's better than
And he's now backing away from everybody. He's
I'm
dug
the best
he's
shield.
dug his claws into your throat, and you're bleeding down inside your own shell and
This
covering
motherfucker.
Seacraig in your own blood inside your shell.
It's a good time for Secret to hatch and use his interdimensional
Yeah.
hero of ages powers.
He does the Sailor Moon transformation sequence.
Yeah.
Becomes Sailor Egg.
17 didn't work.
17 did not work, I'm afraid.
Absolute piece of shit.
No. Paolo. You've taken refuge underneath the table, but you've seen your best friend, I assume, Botticelli, being harangued by...
I'm going to take
partner.
an assumption that chairs and stuff are scattered about enough that I can see it and I can see him, and I'm going to start cocking back my garlic crossbow leg.
The old garlic leg. Have you got a name
what
for
I'd really
a name for your crossbow leg? Just put you on the spot a little bit there. Like
BFL.
BFL, big
Big.
French leg.
Fuck.
Big fancy lad.
Big fancy.
The big,
meet my leg, the big fancy lad.
This is the weirdest
big-
boss fight of all time.
it's the big fancy lad.
I assume that you've
BFL.
had some kind of velvet pantaloon over the top of it,
Yeah.
and you just ripped it aside and thrown the
Just
velveteen.
I've just stripped off my trousers because I tried to do just the one leg and it just didn't
Oh,
work.
right.
So
You actually had
just,
a pair of Magic
Yeah.
Mike style tearaway pants,
just Velcro down the leg, down the sides, and I'm just like,
and you're just Donald Ducking it. You're Winnie the Pooh from this shirt down.
Yeah. and I'm wearing a jock strap on the rest of me. Yeah.
Smiley face. Count on.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
So I'm gonna cock back my leg and only my leg.
Cock back your leg.
I'll cock back my leg and fire it off at our vampire friend.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yeah. What am I rolling? Just. 20,
I don't know.
Did I? Yeah.
It's your I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
It would be a. What are you proficient in?
Well,
you're not proficient in any of the things that you need to be proficient in. So a +2. D20 +2.
Cool. Okay. 10.
No. You're just like
shit.
At the last moment, you have to like redirect the aim so you don't hit. So you don't hit Botticelli at the last moment, and it goes across and shatters some crystal in one of the chandeliers, sending like a bunch of crystal down onto the floor.
And then my movement will be to commando roll to another position under the table.
Yeah, spinning under the table.
Yeah. And as I'm rolling, I'm cocking my leg again.
Yeah.
Ellie, can you marry him so we can stop getting killed?
I'm ready, but
I need.
Tell him that.
Strahd is going to try and pull you away, Botticelli. I need you to do another athletics check for me, please.
This one isn't going to work. Oh, this one does work.
Oh.
Presumably. 19?
Yep, that's enough. He tries to pull you backwards into the shadows. However, you stay stood still. You plant your turtle legs. He can't move you.
Yeah.
So that is Paolo Rivale.
Car, are you back up or are you still?
No.
Okay. I'll give Car a healing potion.
Cool.
Thank you.
That's 2d4 +2. You can roll it, Ellie.
Oh, I can roll it.
Yep. Whoever owns the potion, I usually say like they roll it. So like if it was on Alice's body, I'll make Alice roll it. But if you got it, you roll it.
7.
So Alice, you're on 7 hit points.
Amazing. Thank you.
Gravy.
And
because you're administering it to another person, so it's a free action to take it for yourself. But if you're administering it to another person, it's an action. But you do still have a bonus and a move.
Can I do darkness as a bonus action?
I think darkness as a spell is an action.
Is an action.
I
Okay.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is an action. Yeah, so it's thaumaturgy.
Okay. I'm trying to think what I can do as a bonus action.
Bonus
Can I throw-
action, you can.
Hands.
As a because you're a rogue, as a bonus action, you can dash, disengage, or hide. So you can try and hide if you want to. You can like fade into the darkness and try and escape.
I just realised I have
Strahd.
like all of these side points that I forget about.
Yes, true.
But I assume that they're all actions as well.
I think so. Yeah, I think you use a bonus action to use side points to use an action. I think something like that.
So I would just like to hide. Hide action.
Roll a stealth check. So, buddy.
Yeah, he's flapping around. He just woke up.
10.
+2.
Buddy.
Busy licking his butthole, sorry.
Oh.
Didn't.
Yeah, you got 21 on your hide
21.
check.
Hide.
Hide. Okie dokie. So, top of the round, Strahd. Strahd, he's got you in his grasp, Botticelli. He will something you can do once he's got you in his clutches?
Nothing. I'm too big. I'm too bulky. Retreat to shell.
One really good. It's grappled by Strahd in Curse of Strahd. Right, he's going to try and bite you now.
He misses, bites the shell, breaks his teeth.
One of which is going to be a bite attack. So he's going to try the bite first, plus 9. 14, does that hit you?
It does not.
Ah!
Suck shell, asshole.
And only one of those could be a bite attack. Oh, he's going to try and just like eviscerate you with his claw. 23.
That one, yeah, that was a little bit more effective.
Okay, you take the damage that I said before. Damn, I wanted to bite you. You take
Nope.
another 15 points of damage.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm okay.
He's okay. Carl, you're up.
Okay, so I'm free and alive.
Yep, you're
I
on
would
17
like-
points.
To move back now with my movements, to be away from him and enough room to get a bow out without.
Yep. Yeah, he's engaged with Botticelli at the moment. Your baby daddy.
Save me.
He's actually got your baby in his shell right now. So
Oh, okay. So extra bonus. So I'm going to use Ensnaring Strike as a bonus action. Because he's been restraining people a lot, so I feel like that's like karma. And
Yeah.
then just going to do the 2 attacks again, which are
okay,
with the longbow this time.
go for it. Roll to hit.
Actually, no, with the crossbow still.
Okay.
Yeah. 14 and 16.
16 hits.
Mm.
What does the ensnaring strike do?
Oh, he has to make a strength saving throw, and my DC is 15.
Is that if he wants to move, or just in general?
That is whether or not he's restrained.
Next time, he create a weapon attack before his spell ends, within rising, or be restrained by the magical vines. Oh damn! What's your DC?
15.
15.
Mhm.
Okay. Strength saving throw, which is +4. +23. He's okay.
He does not restrain, but
Buff
he does
Count
take
Strahd.
12 damage from Hunter's Mark and
Okay.
Arrow.
Right. Car, you've done. Botticelli, what's your next move? I'm just going to take a quick bio break. Be back in less than a minute.
Okay. I'm also yelling, this is incidental, but I'm just going to start reading out loud whatever I can remember of his private personal diary that we read.
Yeah, we basically just need to. You guys have already done some decent damage. We just need to stab him to death. So, like, let's unload a cart full of dolls on him. Finally, stab him with the sun sword and call it a day.
Yeah.
Call it a campaign, shall we?
Call it a wedding. And just do as much emotional damage as possible as well, whilst he's alive.
Just hurl just nasty things at him and just say,
Yeah.
like, nobody's ever loved you. Like, who would love a vampire like you? And like, even that turtle, people would love over you.
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
those sharp teeth. People don't like those these days.
Yeah,
It's starting to sound more like you're coming on to him than.
a little bit. Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
getting married today?
Maybe Paolo.
Well, we're short an egg for a campaign at this point. So
Did we kill Tim?
nope.
No.
No,
He's
but
back.
we are whilst Tim's gone, just hurling insults at Strahd.
Okay, what's going on?
We've
Vicious-
destroyed
vicious
Strahd
mockery.
emotionally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah, Strahd died while you were gone, Tim.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool. That makes
So
sense.
he rolls.
Don't worry about
he
it.
rolls. He rolls with nothing but disadvantage at every opportunity now.
Yeah. Oh, he's dead, but he's still able to roll. That's pretty powerful.
It's because he's dead inside because we started reading passages from his diary. So
Oh,
he's just
Just like
emotionally.
emo shaming him.
Mhm.
So what are you going to do, Botticelli?
Well, if he's grappling me, I'm going to try to with my last. Wait a minute. With my last breath, instead of trying to stab him with the sun sword,
Yeah.
I'm going to Stony Tony. Can I? If I'm not attacking, can I make 2 swift moves?
Yes.
Can I Stony Tony and toss the sun sword?
Yes.
Stony Tony, Turtle 2 to Eagle 1, help me! And as I throw it, I throw the sun sword towards my friends.
Which friend, specifically?
The one without the pointy hands.
So that's 3 of them.
That's up to them. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm hidden, so you can't see me.
True.
It bounces right off Revel's head.
And also Paolo's under the table, so I'm going to say it's you throwing it to Car.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to sacrifice yourself and like do it through you and into him.
No, because I've got a shell. It wouldn't.
Yeah, it'd stop. You'd kill yourself.
I would basically just stab myself in the belly button.
And the Craig.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, can't forget
You're
about
the child. You're
Come out boiled egg. Come out boiled egg.
So Car, can you roll a dexterity saving throw to grab the sun sword as it tumbles through the air? I'm going to say DC.
Cuts through.
DC
Cuts through your
12.
Plus Stony.
That's really generous of you.
Well,
I mean, you're just throwing something to somebody. It's not really that hard.
Just a sun sword.
Yeah. It's a little more difficult than a full sword because it's shorter. Yeah, you grab it out of the air.
It was still hard, and the only reason that Kyle would have caught it is because we're
connected.
Parents.
Mm-hmm.
As I die.
So, Car, you grab the sun sword, like it's unignited in midair, but as soon as you catch it in your feathered hand, it ignites into this blade of pure radiant light.
Cool.
You knew that lightsabers would be the end of our campaign before we start Star Wars.
Yes.
It's quite fitting.
I was planning it all along.
Final legendary action that he is going to do.
Swallows
he's going to cast
his,
2 actions.
He just stabs me.
Bite attack. So a bite attack on you. You are grappled. Okay. Plus 9. Does a 20? Oh, natural 20.
Yeah,
his bite attack.
Hits me, Timothy.
Yes.
Oh, that's legendary.
That is legendary.
That's what I get.
That is legendary.
Okay.
Legendary.
So he rolls 2d8 plus 86 plus 4 to 37 points of damage.
I had 38.
Oh no.
He also absorbs 37 points of your damage of your maximum
Oh,
life
no.
points as well, and
Healing.
refuels himself.
Wait, no, but I actually did die.
If a target, okay, right. So I'm going to need to read this because you died from this. If the target dies, if its hit points maximum is reduced to 0. I know I can't actually tell you any more than that. Okay, right. So you died because of his bite attack.
So you're just dead.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, he's
But-
dead.
Did he have
He's
Did Strahd have a Sea Craig chaser?
dead. No, he just like feasted on the neck, so there was no like
That's fine.
body action. I guess.
But was I a vampire?
Was you a vampire?
That's just a
I don't know. Were you a vampire? I don't remember this.
Was I? I remember. Well, never mind. This is
Paolo.
cool.
I do think that you're right. It's not the first time this has happened.
True.
Have been a vampire.
I'm going to, seeing that, so obviously I did a little
Turpire.
commando roll and cocked my leg, so I'm gonna fire that.
Yeah.
But as I'm cocking it, can I be putting Revel in there? Revel? No, not Revel. No. Skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna load it with skin.
Okay.
So I'm firing skin at him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna.
I know what you mean, but the words sound terrible.
Load
I'm gonna
the skin
fire
in
my
it.
skin at him. I'm gonna cock my leg with skin and fire it at him. And then I'm gonna use bonus action.
And we're banned from Twitch.
I've got.
It's about time. Fuck.
Damn it.
Can we set up an OnlyFans for the rest of the game?
And I'm going to use my bonus action of Flame Blade, which is in my.
Awesome. Okay, launch skin.
That was a +2, wasn't it?
Yep.
Roll with a +2.
You'd hit 16 or above.
21.
It hits. Skin hits.
Nice.
I want you to roll 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4.
You've got 4 limbs. They're all 1d4 plus 1.
Nice. So
Good job,
roll
Annie.
4d4 plus 4.
Yep.
15.
Nice.
He takes 15 points of piercing damage as the wood, like the garlic infused wood, goes into him.
Yes. And then my bonus action was Flame Blade.
Yep.
So I'm assuming it'd be just a case of I'm hopping up and chasing, running at him.
Yeah, you got your movement, so yeah, you can do that.
Evoke a fiery blade with free hand. Blade is similar size, but you can use your action to make it a melee. 3d6 fire damage.
Roll to hit.
It is what +7.
Damn. It does not hit. Yeah, you jump out from under the table, try and take a slice of the flame blade. It does not connect. Revale,
Clack.
you're in the shadows. Botticelli is down. Car's not looking good. Skin's just been fired at Count Strahd's face.
It's a weird sentence.
Down on one knee.
Ring. No, I would like to use where's it gone? I'm assuming he has a very high intelligence saving throw.
You can definitely assume that.
I'm going to try and use Phantom Idea.
Okay, cool.
So
That sounds great.
while you concentrate on this, you probe one creature's mind. The creature must remain within 30 feet of you. If you reach the ability's full duration, the target must take 3 intelligence saving throws, and you plant a memory or an idea. Oh wait, how long does it take to cast this?
It should say in the
Show at the top of the thing.
Oh, 1 hour. No, sack that.
yeah.
Okay.
You're just like
In that case,
gonna sit out
next
there.
hour.
you guys carry on.
Everyone died like 59 minutes ago. Come on, go to the toilet.
In that case, I take it back. I'm going to try and cast Psychic Domination, which is 1 action. As an action, you target one creature within 60 feet of you. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw, or you choose the creature's action and movement on its turn until your concentration ends.
Cool. What's the DC?
Doesn't say.
It would be your
Attack save.
so it'd be your what's your intelligence modifier?
+8.
+8. So 8 + 8, 16. 1 6.
Oh wait, or is it +4? No, sorry. Saving throw is 8. Modifier is +4.
Oh right. So what's your actual it's a +4. +4 is sorry, let me work it out. Top of the spell list. Oh. Spells. Oh, here we go. Your save DC is 15 because it's 8 plus 2. Sorry, what did you say your intelligence was?
+4.
4, 6 plus 8, 14. Yeah, 1 4. 14. So he needs to make a intelligence saving throw. 23. Yeah, he passes.
Okay.
Try and dominate his mind. He just shakes it off, and glowers at the corpse of Botticelli at his feet, but turns his gaze to Paolo, who's just jumped like a freak from underneath the table, as he's trying to fight off the skin doll. It's Strahd's turn. He grabs Skin, tries to throw her to the floor, which he doesn't.
What is his
So
expression when he's handling the doll?
Like just like obstinance and annoyance more than anything. He tries to grab her. He can't. She crawls around to his back. So instead, he steps over Botticelli's form, and goes for Paolo.
No.
17. Does that hit you?
It does.
So he's going to do a 17 points of damage.
I'm okay.
That's not all.
Oh,
That
no.
was just his unarmed strike. 21. Does that hit you?
It does.
1d4 plus 3d6. 3d6.
Please roll bad.
17 points of damage.
Oh, I'm not far off.
He just like launches into you.
Ooh.
Then it's Car. You'll go.
I'm going to do exactly the same again. Just cast Ensnare Strike.
Okay.
So he has to do a DC if this next thing hits. 20 plus 9. 17 and 23.
17 and 23. Both those will hit.
Okay. So you have to do
12.
just one saving throw. I think it only counts as one.
Yeah, it does, yeah. He fails.
Okay.
You've now ensnared him.
So he's ensnared, and
Yes.
he takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of his next turn.
Cool.
You do.
Yeah, and do your 2 attack damages.
So 14 and 20.
Jeez. 34 points damage. He's looking pretty rough, actually.
There you go. Well done.
And he's restrained at the neck, like he keeps doing to everyone else.
Yeah, yeah. So like these roots start like intertwining over him. Botticelli, at the beginning of your turn, one of the stained glass windows shattered,
Hey.
and in like on a guide rope, swinging in is Rictavio.
Eagle one.
Rictavio and his tiger, and 8 were-ravens all flutter in to the room and land on the banquet table, all ready to fight, as the camera pans around them, Avengers style.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, as they start posing.
Good. Fucking quit posing and start chopping and slopping.
Okay, but I need you to make a death saving throw. Botticelli.
Oh, yeah, naturally.
Da, da, da.
There you go.
That's a pass.
That's a pass.
That's one pass. Now he's going to make a legendary attack at Car.
Sorry, Ka. I thought he was still gonna.
It's fine. It's just legendary. It's probably something
Yeah.
that's
It's probably
Probably
nothing.
going to go out with a
A
dump.
28.
yeah, that-
Okay, cool. So he's going to like move over to you and
I might actually die because I only got 7 hits.
does one unarmed strike attack, which hits. So that's 1d6 plus 3d6, 1d8 plus 3d6. Takes 20 points of damage to you, Car.
Okay, well, I'm dead. I'm not dead.
Okay. So yeah, he just moves over to you and just like tears open your chest. You collapse to the floor.
Very cloud.
Excellent. Been
I'm
hit.
dead, but I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, so what was that? 50% chance.
Look on the bright side.
Paolo, you okay?
So he jumped over to me, but he's off me now, right?
Yep.
Because you went over to Car.
Correct.
I'm just obviously seeing Car go down. I'm just going to cast straight up.
Oh wait,
Cast.
he's restrained as well, so he takes damage.
Oh yeah, he does 1d6.
Good
There you
call.
go.
Roll 1d6.
It's all right.
I roll it.
Does he also take damage because he's still in sun?
Yes, at the beginning of his turn, he does.
Okay.
He takes 4 points of damage. I don't know why I was like that enthusiastic for the one.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Right.
looking like really, really frazzled right now. Really
He's
frazzled.
looking frazzled, you say?
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt. Let's see how frazzled he really gets.
What do I need to do for that? Is that dexterity saving throw?
Dex 15.
Okie dokie. Dex
Here we
plus
go.
9.
Oh, fuck off.
23.
Good.
He avoids it.
Fuck off.
Does he take half damage?
You should.
Shit.
Hang on.
Thanks a little.
100 feet long, 5 foot wide. Each creature in line must take Dex throw. Creature takes 8d6 on. Yeah, half as much on a
So
successful
roll
roll.
8d6 and he takes half that.
That's still a good fucking hit.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Takes 10.
Thanks, Glenn. 8d6.
Not plus anything, is it? It's just 86.
No,
Yeah,
straight
86.
86.
25.
So he
Attaboy.
takes 12.5 damage.
12.5 damage.
Rolling up.
13. Lucky fit. Oh,
What have you done?
Revale.
just throw something at him. just throw something at his head. Just pinch him. Just do 1 point of pinching damage on his
What would
arm.
be the most
Marry him.
like?
Pinch that bit of his body. It really hurts there.
Just grab his gag.
Well, I feel like it would be fitting to end this with a
Kiss.
dream pie.
Yeah.
So
Ice the face?
out of the
Whip
darkness,
him with a bit of pasta.
out of the darkness, I shove
Emerges a pie.
Cream him?
pie down his mouth,
Yeah.
but it's still in the foil wrapping. So the foil wrapping just like gives him a cut in his cheek.
Okay.
1 pint of
So I'll allow you to do an attack plus your dexterity modifier, which is +2, so 1d20 plus 2. Just try and hit him.
Yeah. Go on, you can hit him.
Come on.
16 is exactly what you needed. His
Yes.
AC is 16. Roll
Yes.
1d4 points of damage.
Foil cut for the win.
3.
The pie tin cuts this legendary creature to death as you shove a dream cream pie into his face. And his eyes roll back into his head and he falls backwards
Amazing.
That tasty.
onto the floor.
Yum, 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 yum.
You have defeated the evil in this land.
With
And
pie.
Such a humiliating way.
With pie. Probably the foreshadow of this game, because that's been such a
We
linchpin.
knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Are we the bad guys?
The witches that made the pies all those
That-
years ago.
That pie has had Strahd's name on it since the day we got it.
So I'd just to thank
Very old pie.
Spoopy Milk Penguin for another 25 bits to play Are We the Bad Guys? But in this instance,
No.
you are not the bad
Right.
guys.
Good
You have
guys.
saved
The good guys.
Barovia.
Okay, but let's take the castle and rule over the kingdom. As
Yeah.
evil.
You know, I was going to say, because I think we absolutely can do that as well, because they crashed through the window and witnessed us kill him just by shoving a pie in his mouth.
Yeah.
So
We should haunt some children.
So there is a legitimate like thing about rolling over a domain of dread, that to exist in this realm there needs to be a demi-lord, and that can be any one of you, including Soze Skin.
Can it,
It's
can it be
undulating.
Secret?
Yes, let's just leave him as the ruler
Yeah,
of
would
the
you
world.
like to install Secret as the
100%.
the
Yeah,
Dark Lord of this?
there's no one else.
We have to incubate him. So like put a like a little lamp over him as a little egg.
Just over the sun sword, a little distance
Oh
away.
yeah,
So
have,
you
have him
place
sit on top of the
place
sun
on the throne of the
on the
giant
top.
Gothic like organ
Amazing.
you've got. You put
With
you
destiny.
place the sun sword behind it to incubate it. But as you do that, from the depths, 5 like claw-like tendrils emit from Strahd's slowly dying body and grip all 5 of you round the throat and pull you into his corpse, which bursts open like a scene from The Thing, from John Carpenter's The Thing.
God.
And you get pulled inside and everything goes black. And then that's it.
We did it.
Fine.
We
Secret
saved the
could grow up, fine.
world.
We saved the world.
You
Yeah.
have freed the land of Barovia from
Now.
Strahd's vice-like grip, installed a new Dark Lord who is still to be unhatched and has not been affected or like perverted by the dark leanings of the Ravenloft campaign. So it is pure until it's hatching.
You say it's pure. It's come from those two.
If it's half Botticelli and half Ka, he's gonna be legendary.
But
without that.
But the sacrifice was that anyone that didn't install themselves as the Dark Lord was going to be captured by Strahd as he left the demiplane of dread, which is all the 5 of you.
We did good. But as we pull ourselves down through tentacles into darkness, there's just high fives everywhere.
Yeah.
Good job,
Well,
everybody.
Weirdly enough, Khalil,
Oops.
as Botticelli, as a tinkerer, someone that manufactures things for a living, your worst hell would be to become the thing that you created. You wake up in a cold steel body in a darkened place with tiny little hands, unable to really manipulate the things around you.
What hand?
Alice,
Oh no!
being one of nature, the thing that you revile the most is culture and community, and encroaching on all of nature's perfect ecology, lest you wake up in a workshop and your fingers, like almost independent of your own will, have been creating the very things that have turned planets into just spheres of economy and capitalism that have stripped and mined natural resources down to its bare bones. And you are an architect of artificial versus nature. Ellie,
Sell out.
you have become the opposite of empathy. The mystic nature of your character, where you were attuning yourself into everybody's feelings, desires, and wants, and were able to navigate that weave of people like revealing their own inner selves and exposing them, thereby kind of like really, instead of dominating someone from the inside out, like really freeing themselves from the shackles of who they were and what they wanted. You've now become very inward facing. Like, no longer are you altruistic, but you are just siphoning off every little bit and piece of people's attention and wants and desires and the adoration that one would get from being the pinnacle of just a really hollow celebrity culture. And Josh, you've become from a very like grounded, like no frills, at the sea, living your life by the whims of a ship. You are now inextricably bound to one person. You yourself are an anchor to an individual. You are the anchor that is being dragged along the sea bottom, following a shell of a person that has no real like positive effect on the galaxy. Let's welcome ourselves to Star Wars, a rogue legacy.
Amazing. Can I just call out two of my favourite comments. One from Spoopy that called the cream pie Chekhov's cream pie.
It's like a bowl.
Amazing. And then Jack Taylor, one egg to rule them all.
Exactly.
He's going to grow up to be such a strong, kind, powerful egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
altruistic.
powerful and strong.
Also, I like to think that as we were leaving, I shouted, "Look after C. Craig, Fittavio. If only you weren't so old, I would have loved you."
This is still the worst wedding I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Still the second
like-
worst wedding you've ever been to.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the sort of wedding, it's like the dregs of a wedding celebration where the bride and groom have gone home. Everybody's just too plastered and there's like a fight going on with like a distant uncle and got his
I
friend.
the
didn't
car
even
park
see
somewhere.
our spaghetti veil. He would have really liked that.
I know, yeah, she's just sat in the car. Like, she's probably wondering when she's supposed to be a big
Well,
moment.
this is it. Yeah.
Literally leaving for life.
I'm gonna leave you with this analogy of what I think has happened in Ravenloft going forward. From this timeline, there may be other timelines where your characters didn't decide to do a full-on assault at level 5 of
I think we did good.
castle, but I'm gonna leave you with the image of Phantom of the Opera, a disfigured individual that shuns and cloisters himself from the world, but fixates on a creature that he can't possibly attain. That is C. Craig and the doll of Irina, the priest resurrected.
Oh, you're going to say the doll of Mike. As if
Oh, no.
That's what I thought.
No, Mike, unable to speak as a sharpened doll, has become the very biological incarnation of an unspeakable doll in the Star Wars universe.
That's so, yeah.
Does everyone sing our praises and make tiny puppets of us?
You have no idea.
We'll never know.
You're
The
now
legend of the dream
in a
dream
galaxy
cream pie.
far, far away.
That was a long, long time ago. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You've somehow travelled back in time.
I can't tell if we won or not.
Yeah, we did.
We definitely beat Strahd, so that's a victory.
Yeah.
But like, we also installed a new Dark Lord, like who's doomed
No.
because his parents were such.
But like, if
Don't
we
look at it that way,
installed one of ourselves,
Mhm.
would we have become evil?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dark Lord. But
Probably.
I
it's
would have been
definite
Not
win.
intrinsically.
We've defeated Strahd,
Intrinsically.
another legendary creature on our list. C. Craig's now got a purpose, and it's
But no one to
led
guide him.
seamlessly into the world of Star Wars.
Yeah,
And
and also,
Octavio is like ruling beside.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
chance that he might
And
not be terrible.
yeah, and after all of the time talking about Dream Cream Pie, that was what finished off our ultimate
Enemy.
foe.
You just shoved
Stop
a
calling
pie in
it
a man's
winning
face and he
round.
died.
I already missed the dream cream.
Also, the
Never
whole
say never in
campaign
Star Wars.
started, the whole campaign started with us abandoning an entire village of children, and it ended with us
Abandoning
abandoning
your own
our
child.
own child.
Yeah,
It's really come full circle.
there really is a theme.
From nothing
Much like
is not
Zack
consistent.
Snyder's Justice League cut was, like the whole theme was issues with your father.
Yeah.
This whole campaign has been issues
with your child.
issues with your
Yeah.
children.
And that was the twist in this one as well, is that Strahd's mum's name was also Car.
Yeah. Why did you say that name? As you shove his sun sword into his chest.
The egg turns into a sad, angry.
Yeah, spin him around.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we have gone like an hour over our normal schedule, but I think it needed that to kind of bring the whole Ravenloft thing to a close. So I thank everybody for like enduring this. I hope everybody in chat has had a good time, and that we've wrapped up Ravenloft in a, if not a satisfactory way, certainly in a on-brand type of way. And
Speaking of Satisfactory, you can watch Tim play Satisfactory every Sunday.
Ayo.
Channel, right?
Well, unless we end up doing something else, but yeah, if we're not doing something else, you'll find me playing Satisfactory on
Satisfactory.
Sunday between 6 and 10 p.m. So that might be next Sunday, but also we might end up doing something as a team, which I would prefer to do. But
Tim, I'm a terrible pipe.
yeah. If not, we will see. Yeah. If not, we will see you in 3 days. Or 2 days. Monday, Tuesday. 2 days.
2 days.
See you in 48 hours for a continuation of the Mistfield, where I can almost guarantee you that the final boss fight will not involve pies.
You can't guarantee that.
He can't.
I can that's why I said I can
Now we're
almost
going to do
guarantee
everything
you.
in our power to make it happen.
We are going to pie the main
guy.
bad guy.
Why
We're going
can't-
to pie that guy to death.
Who is the main bad guy? Who knows?
Exactly. You don't know. Who knows?
Maybe it's the guy that
DJJJ,
likes pies.
clearly.
Yeah.
We're just going to pie DJJJ as she's doing her set.
Mhm.
He's doing her set.
Yeah.
He's doing her set.
He's doing his set.
He
Day,
would
day,
feel
day.
like you were paying attention to him, and therefore he would love it.
That's true.
Pie him to death.
So, join us as usual at 8 p.m. every Tuesday on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/CritTheBed Show. You find us every Sunday, anywhere between 6 and 8 p.m., doing something different that is on the same channel. Or you can find us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/a whole bunch of letters and numbers, but just search for Crit the Bed and you'll find us. It's got all our VODs that you can see on there. And finally, it leaves me to thank my players that have rounded out this campaign, at least this alternative universe of this campaign that has been going on for the last 3 years. And that is Botticelli Kermit, aka the Turtle Artificer, aka Khalil Schweitzer, aka where can they find you?
My Twitter handle is actually a thank you to Timothy for putting up with us for 2 years. My Twitter handle is at TinfinityWar.
Nice.
Thanks, Timbo.
My
Appreciate
pleasure. It can also find you at Robert or at
Robert.
Chad the Lad Wizard.
That's me.
Next on is Alice Edwards, aka Ka, aka Huzzah, aka the Akoka Wizard, Akoka Ranger. Where can they find you on the internet?
I am at ALUCYE. I can't believe this started and you're on that table, Tim. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yep. Started like literally. Yeah, it would have been 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years ago, Josh put a video of a turtle
Yeah.
coming
Yep.
to the park, and now it's the ruler of.
And
Yeah,
now
the
we have
turtle
a
making
show.
love to a croc, and now it's installed as the de facto leader of the domain plane dread.
Legendary.
Yeah,
Well done, Josh.
legendary. Also, how can they? What is your Star Wars character name? What is your Mistfield character's name? And where can they find you on the internet?
Me?
No, Alice.
I was going to say.
Sorry, Alice.
Whatever.
What is your Star Wars name?
Oh, my Star Wars name.
Yep.
I
I mean, I kind
Oh.
of deviated from the format that I introduced by saying Robert as.
remember Bash
Khalil.
Avarushka.
Yeah.
I can't remember how to spell it anymore, but I remember that's what
It
it was.
doesn't matter. It's a Star Wars name. Spell it however you want.
And I'm at ALUCYE.
Yep, and they can also find you as on the Mistfield,
Oh, as A. I'm so sorry.
as ASMR. Mistfield.
ASMR.
It's fine. I kind of like just dump this on you all. But don't worry, this is the last one we'll do of this particular type of format.
You're giving us a taste of our own medicine of how much carnage we cause you. So
Really
Yeah.
spaced out. I'm sorry.
So I'd like to thank Ellie Bavster, aka Revale, aka the Tiefling Rogue. Where can they find you on Star Wars? What's your Star Wars name?
I'm DJJJ, and you can find me at the real DJJJ, and that's a verified account.
Yep. But also they can find you and your Mistfield name as
Pip.
Pip the Powerful,
Pip
the Grunt Ranger.
Full title.
Yep. Or also on Twitter, Ellie Bav.
In the real world at Elibab.
And finally, but certainly not leastly, it is Josh, aka Powell Sturcore, aka the Deep Gnome Druid. What is your Star Wars name?
I am Nonosa.
Not a
I
star.
am I'm
The
like
Grung
the
bodyguard.
anti Jar Jar. Yeah. So I'm the hired gun. I'm a I'm the one that didn't succeed as a bounty hunter, so I decided to become a hired gun.
And where can they find you on the internet?
Well, me personally, I'm @_JDen, Josh Den. And unfortunately, no, sir. He started to set up an account, just got confused and just threw his phone into the water, walked off. So he hasn't gone.
You can find him as Nonos. That's it.
Nonos.
Where can they find the Mistfield character?
Parter Teray is he has actually got an account @Peace and Parter.
Yeah, he does.
And Parter Teray is everybody's friend until you
Parter.
cross him, and then he'll be a little bit angry and might murder you.
And save you for last, because there is a slight revelation for Tuesday's show that Josh doesn't even know at this current point, because I wanted to leave it until he can get a nice 30-minute reaction to the thing that I send him on Tuesday, because our very own good Josh is going to be leaving us for a little while, whilst he does a parter, but in a real pater and martyr,
Yes.
father and mother.
I'm not murdering anybody.
Segue, great segue.
Pater means father.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
I'm not going to go and pater and kill people.
So what we're saying is, like, Josh is becoming a father very, very soon, and so he'll be taking a step back from the show going forward, as of probably next week. I mean, it's 50-50 at the moment whether or not you'll be on the next stream or the stream after.
Yeah.
So playing it by ear.
Playing it by ear each day at
Yep.
the moment.
But hopefully they will be joining us for next Tuesday, and but then after it's going to be variable. But no worries, the rest of us will be in place as usual every Tuesday. Find us on twitch.tv, Quit the Bed Show, or Quit the Bed on YouTube. Thank you very much. And we'll see you soon.
Good night.
We love you.
Goodbye.
No, no, sir.
No, sir.
Where's OBS? There it is. Smooth operator. Smooth operator.